I've tried, I would say, since 12 years old, I started going to therapy. So I'd say in the almost 33 years since, I'd say probably once a week on average. So somebody do the math. Once a week times whatever, times 33. So at times, I've tried not to be petty. I've tried not to be angry. I've tried not to fight back. I've tried not to punch down. I failed almost every single one of these times. I'm going to fail again today because I am not thrilled at what I've heard from my old place of work, and people are going to say, "Oh, move on." But, fuck you. Like I'm not going to move on. And I used to work at the old place, and I do a podcast, and I talk about WEEI, and the people there would say, the higher ups, doesn't make sense. We have to try to reach a broader audience, and it's like, well, this is why I got a large audience anyway. People like this. I don't give a fuck if they know the names, the characters, whatever. It is. First of all, we'll talk about the lawsuit today as well. Portnoy was on Fox Business, I think, right? And then Moroso, another fucking lunatic. We'll get to him. He's on the list as well. I guess spoke to Kurt Atone last night. I wanted to hear it first organically today. And then there was sound from EI that I have to admit, good for them. They fucking win. It fucking pissed me off. These fucking pussies. Jerry Callahan, pussy. Mike Manansky, pussy. Joe Zarbano, fuckhead, fuckwad, pussy. He's a good fuck. Guy. He's not a bad guy. That's true. We'll get to those assholes as well today on the Kirk Minihane Show, brought to you by many wonderful people, including our friends at Roman. And as we know, Roman swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. We know this, and I saw some more tweets yesterday from Roman. Thank you very much, people, for doing that and helping the show. Very simple, $5 when you choose a monthly plan. You get your first month of swipes for just $5. They ship the swipes to a discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. Great. They will not transfer to your partner, so you can last longer without worrying. We heard from Getro Man lately. Where's Getro Man?
No, we haven't. We need to put in a request.
Can you reach out to him, please?
We need to put the Getro Man signal up in the cloud.
I mean, what's is this guy? Is he another sensitive fuckhead? Is Getro Man a pussy superhero?
No, he's too busy saving people from premature ejaculation.
Act two of the superhero movie. Like Getro Man, it's time to get back. I'm the enemy. Okay, come back. Get hard,
That's a good way to look at it.
You can fuck me for 40 hours. That's your revenge. I'll bend over. I'll fucking Vaseline up, no problem. And you can
getting ready for jail.
Yeah, fucking exactly. Marvel movie. Fucking wipe away, swipe away, and here we go. Fucking let it rip. Boom, 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 till your fucking penis is on fire. I'm ready to go here. I am ready. I am offering my asshole to you. Getro Man, save us. I am offering my asshole to you. Can we do that, please?
We can do that.
Fine. And if you care about the show, go to GetRoman.com, GetRoman.com/Kirk. Don't say backslash, fuck you. www.GetRoman.com/Kirk. Who says WW?
Benditson.
Yeah. Benditson. Who, MHO. Okay. I have so many people I'm frustrated with today. These fucking people are this world of mine where these people are obsessed with me. It drives me fucking nuts. Do you even see me, Blind Mike?
I mean, yeah, as much as usual.
Blind Mike, who's, busy friggin' celebrating rapists on social media. We'll get to that too. GetRoman.com/Kirk. That's GetRoman.com/Kirk. And you save you get $5 for the first month. Have you done it yet, Steve?
I have not yet.
Why not? Well, I mean, you're a part of the show.
I've been too busy doing this show to have sex.
Well, but buy it. Who cares? I don't care about you having sex.
You're never too busy with Get Roman.
Geez. Why don't you get Roman for a show?
If I use Get Roman, then I'll be spending all of my time having sex and no time preparing for the show.
Get Roman for a show, swipe it at 7 o'clock, and see how long it takes you if you masturbate to ejaculate. We'll put pornography on. We'll see if we'll do one day without it.
You can have a contest.
Then the next day with it, and see if it's really effective.
All right, I'm in.
Of course, I just want Bennetson to do that, so it doesn't matter.
Thanks to you, Kirk.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
I'm listening to Kirk Minihane's podcast.
Sports and show business.
Kirk Minihane, who is apparently a derelict of some kind.
That is Kirk Minihane. No one more controversial right now in the sports talk world.
That's what I'm talking about. Sport!
Kirk Minihane, what kind of thug are you?
Yes, well, he is white hot right now.
The head. I also want to say something about Kirk Minihane because I like him.
Kirk is like a sports genius who everyone hates.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
So we are off to the races. I know Steve Steve is one of these guys, Mike. Blind Mike joins us fast off a weekend. Yes. We had dinner with Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer.
Yeah, we all got to
I don't want to get too bogged down this right now, but he was so excited. He missed Louis C.K.'s stand-up.
I was very bummed about
pig.
it.
Well, it's not like Mike could see him jack off anyways.
By the way, maybe he should be doing the Roman Swipes ads.
He should be.
This fucking repugnant human being.
He's not.
It was not that funny either.
Let's not do this.
I know you have to punch your millennial card. You talk about how wonderful he is. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fucking as funny
Voice
as you
of
know.
a generation.
Yes, wonderful. Anyway, where do you want to start? I know you get nervous when I talk about old EEI stuff. You want to expand the audience.
No, I mean, if you want to come after them, I mean, they've come at us. They're clearly trying to start some drama.
Steve's got enemies now.
Steve has enemies now, but Steve is a casualty of war. It's not really about I mean, we know it's not really about Steve. Like, go ahead.
I mean, do we even think that Mutt actually feels this way? Because if Mutt was able to feel hatred of anything, that would be the most interesting thing about it.
Yeah, he's a bore. But I mean, I would just, I could go over the text Curtis and Mutt have sent me, tell me how wonderful the show is. Let's put that on the side for a second, build up to it, and let's start with the Curtatone stuff. Where do you guys want to start? You want to start with Portnoy yesterday, me with Portnoy Friday?
I think we have to start with Portnoy last night.
Okay, last night?
Yes.
Portnoy was on last night.
He was on Fox Business.
That was yesterday morning, right?
Okay, yesterday morning.
Yeah. This is the one he tweeted about. Okay, I thought you did something else last night. Okay, so Portnoy, and again, Dave runs the company, whatever, fantastic. He's in charge. Why am I not included in these? What's going on?
I don't know. I've been reaching out to Fox and telling them that they should have you on.
Not that I'm dying to schlup to New York. I guess Portnoy's there, too. It's easier.
No, you wouldn't even have to do it from New York. You could do it from West Newton.
I've done that. I did the O'Reilly Factor from there.
He gave you a nice shout-out, though, Portnoy.
He did.
Yeah.
Mike's friend Bill O'Reilly, right? Are you a fan of his as well? Is he another generational voice?
A guy that we recently hired called up and did an interview with him, posing as a Boston Globe reporter.
A guy we recently hired? An asshole.
Some guy.
He's such a fucking asshole. Go ahead, keep going.
A guy that we recently hired called up and did an interview with him, posing as a Boston Globe reporter, because he tried to get a legitimate interview. This guy, Joe Curtatone, he doesn't want to talk to us. He only talk to people who like him. So it was an interview just like anything else. He said, hey, what makes you think they're racist? Why do you think they're sexist?
Why does Portnoy get more Italian when he starts saying like,
he's like, hey, David Portnoy.
We got the Curtatone.
Like over his career, I think he's gotten more and more exaggerated.
He does the pizza reviews, so he thinks he's a paisan.
Portnoy derivation is from the Holy Land, correct? He's one of God's chosen people, is he not?
Yes, I believe so.
He is, right? Okay, I'm trying to get things clear here because he sounds like one of these, like the 12th guy on The Sopranos.
Although, if you listen to Mike Portnoy talk, he's got a little bit.
There is a little bit. That Jewish-Italian thing is close,
We're
right?
very close.
What's that about?
I don't know.
But yet,
we have similar.
But yet, in
similar
Goodfellas,
features.
it was an issue for Karen Hill's parents, Henry Hill to marry him, because they had to have a Jewish wedding.
Right.
The irony is abound here as we kick off the show. Go ahead.
This guy had none. He bumbled his way through a 20-minute interview.
He bumbled his way around.
He bumbled his way.
You don't fuck with David Portnoy.
Just old Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, you don't fuck with me, all right? Don't fuck. Who's like his crew? Who's his Silvio from The Sopranos?
I guess Silvio would be KFC, right?
KFC, okay. I'm just trying to figure out who his muscle guy is. Go ahead.
Made an idiot out of himself. Guess what? He's an idiot. So he is now suing both Kirk Minihane, that's the reporter who got the interview, and Barstool Sports, for basically making him look like the biggest fool who ever lived.
Idiot.
You're a gumshoe.
He's right, though. Technically, in that instance, he's right. We were doing God's work. We were doing journalistic work.
Well, I mean, you were posing as a fiction writer.
That's true. That's a good point. Is that it or no?
No, we've got more.
Anything else? A note or no?
People hate me. So the mayor of Somerville, his name's Joe Curtatone. He's one of the great idiots who ever lived.
So he says that this lawsuit stems because people hate him rather than because you exposed Curtatone.
Well, there is. I mean, let's be honest. Like, if I just exposed Curtatone individually, just me,
there would be no lawsuit.
There would not be a lawsuit. No. Like, he doesn't like me, but he also hates Barstool. No, he doesn't even really hate Barstool, but he likes the idea that gives him juice. Yeah, it's juice.
His family loves him so much.
Yes.
Guy can't get a word in edgewise.
What else?
So now we can talk about the exclusive interview that Moroso scored
let's go backwards here with Moroso for a second.
This is baffling to me.
Who I am Mark Moroso. We've tried to outline here in this producer fucking insane world. So Dave, my first producer at EEI after I left was nobody, right? Who was doing? Oh, Moroso, kind of, was doing the part-time work. I then hired Dave Cullinane, who is, again, this is confusing, is going to fill in after Steve goes away for 3 weeks on vacation, 3 weeks into the show, which is not a bad move. I mean, that's a good way to get things going. So Cullinane's going to come in. Moroso's still on the sidelines, but so Cullinane worked for me We need to do a chart for this. Cullinane worked for me for 2 days before we fired him because he tried to blindside nobody, like no big deal legally. Alan Dershowitz tried to lie to him. No. I think is Dershowitz Italian too? I don't even know. So we sued Dershowitz. Didn't sue Dershowitz. Jesus. We were worried about a lawsuit from Dershowitz. We had to fire Cullinane. And then we never really replaced him again, though we did interview Steve at the time, as it gets more confusing. And Moroso was my part-time producer in these interim things, and then he just kind of floated away. Moroso is, I as somebody who has been literally in padded rooms several times in my life, Moroso's the kind of guy, there are levels of it when you're in these places where I'm sort of high-functioning. Moroso is one of these guys who you expect to just be heavily medicated and walking around in his bathrobe and getting his pills. Oh, like you wouldn't be surprised at all to see him there. Like a sweet guy, nice guy, but not meant for, like 100 years ago, Moroso would have taken the brain out of his head and just let him sit there. And his parents would come visit him once a week and they'd talk about his birthday and stuff like that. Like he shouldn't exist in society. He has a wife and has actually spawned a son.
Which makes you wonder, like, is he all right? Like, is this going to be bad for his family?
This is
like divorce level.
Are you saying
this almost ruined my relationship? This video he made.
Did you say? Are you wondering if this is the case?
Well, I'm saying someday his kids are going to watch that video he posted.
As I said to you the other day, here's our back and forth. Here it is.
40 paragraphs of Moroso.
So it's all Moroso.
He's writing you like a novel.
So Moroso obviously wanted the job. I need a couple minutes on this. We talked about it last night, Steve. Moroso wanted the job to be the producer here. That was never going to happen. The only reason he wouldn't get the job here is because he's a lousy producer. Other than that, like all the qualifications were fine. I thought he just isn't good at the job he was applying for. I mean, which is not disqualifying really in nature. On this one, I decided to give him a negative. So he won't stop. He is, and we've talked about this. I know the other day. I don't know if he's in love with me. Or is he in love with the idea that he's
in love with the idea
juice, like and like it's
he's in love with the idea of being on Barstool Sports,
right? Part of the world, right?
Like the fact that video, the fact that you shouldn't have retweeted that video because that getting 17,000 views. Now,
oh, really?
Who knows what he's going to do next?
By the way, I swear to God, on the life of my kids, I have not watched that video. I don't. I heard.
So you should explain what the video is. Allegedly,
I'll get there, Steve. Relax, for Christ's sakes. I heard the Minifan guys this morning. I'll get to them too later. These fuckheads. Played some of the sound, and it's so disturbing. We didn't joke. We said last Friday that we'd have Moroso come in and eat dog food, dress in a dog outfit, and be Blind Mike's service dog, basically. So Moroso, again, no fucking flies on this guy. They're paying rent. This guy is a genius. Doesn't understand that we're talking about, maybe doing it on the show. Decides to make a video of himself.
There's no way he couldn't have understood. I made it
No, I think we can go. Oh, hold on.
No.
Steve, hold on. Real quick. Steve, hit back. You spoke to him after. And articulated, right?
I got the quickest yes.
2G. You texted us right away.
He probably didn't read it. I said Kirk, and that's probably all he saw. I said yes. But I said Kirk wants you to dress up as a dog. He's like, the only thing I'm worried about is do I have to buy the costume? And I said it's a deal breaker if you don't pay.
We would have reimbursed him before he did it this way.
Yeah.
And you had lunch with MHB and Moroso after? Was that you, or was it Cullinane?
No,
it was a Cullinane?
Oh, it must have been Cullinane.
Oh, can you imagine going to that lunch?
That sounds like a very expensive lunch.
First of all, MHB, when he goes there, the waitress comes up and he just says left. Like he picks a side of the menu, and that's.
Was he?
Steve was texting me all weekend. Steve's like, I can't believe how fat he is.
Well, no, I'm saying that the amphetamines might suppress his appetite.
I guess not, though. He eats through it. I mean, I know you can't see him, but were you surprised?
He was a little more robust than
you could see a lot. Like you see the edges, right?
Yeah.
So Moroso is, again, genius as he is. We're going to have him come in here, which, by the way, like, we're doing it just to be assholes. There's no end game. There's no real entertainment value to him doing it. We just want to humiliate a human being. That's it. Like, that's we're talking about just pure humiliation. Because really, like, let's say he does that.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with that?
Right.
We'll laugh.
Just get some Twitter likes.
But, like, what's his end game? Like, I know he's smart, but what's he, what hole does he see that I'm not seeing here?
Well, I want to know, Mike, have you ever actually had a service dog?
I have not.
Are you in the market for one?
Do you have a dog or no?
No.
Oh, you have an apartment. It doesn't really work.
No.
Have you had dogs as a kid?
Yeah, the worst on the planet. I hate
really?
I hate dogs now because of my parents' dogs.
Your original parents?
Yeah,
your dad?
No, my mom,
stepdad. Okay, all right. So Moroso decides to go ahead. Does this sound good or no?
No, it doesn't really sound great.
No?
I was just playing sounds of him actually eating dog food.
Who's filming it?
That's my question.
It's got to be his wife.
That is so fucked up.
That's so low.
So that's that. Yeah, that's
how
so,
does that conversation go?
Which, can I tell you this? So I don't know how his.
Yeah, unfortunately, Blind Mike has like unique Moroso insight. Like I'm not sure why, but
well, I don't know how his home conversation went. But my girl, I'm laughing about this yesterday on the ride home from New York. And I'm laughing about it, and my girlfriend turns to me and says, I am not ready to laugh about this.
No, it's not funny. It's actually not funny.
I'm uncomfortable.
It is really odd. Like, it has to be his wife, right? I mean, he lives with his mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So who doesn't speak English, I don't think.
There are no good options here.
So, like, imagine saying to your wife, there's some point where you have to say, and I know it's 2019, and I'm happy with all the letters, but you have to say, I'm a fucking man here. Like,
Says,
I am not eating dog
hey,
food.
Babe, this is what you got to do to hit the big time. After this, it's smooth sailing.
I mean, does she say to him? I'm sure she's. I don't know, but I'd imagine she's a reasonably bright woman. Maybe.
Well, I mean, look at her decision making.
She's a charitable sort at worst. She must have said, Mark, why are you going to eat dog food? Let me. Do I want to hear this? It's going to make me sick.
No. Well, you need to hear the truth about this video. Has he told you the truth?
Oh, yeah.
Alex Jones?
He told me in a direct message, you can tell Kirk it was a stunt. I switched the labels on a can of chili.
Oh, okay. Well, boy, what a genius. Wow.
He ruins it.
He fucked us over. Wow. Well played.
But this is what he said to Steve. Joke's on you is how he phrased it.
We're fucked.
The joke is certainly on us.
So the joke is on us is that he put a dog suit on and ate chili.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel kind of fucked over. Yeah.
Do you want to hear some audio from the video?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Kirk Minihane, Universe. It is I, Mark Moroso. I'm back. I'm here for some redemption. I'll be going on the Kirk Minihane show this week, dressed as a dog, as you can see.
Why am I humoring this idiot?
Redemption is the word he uses. As he's dressed in a dog costume.
First of all, redemption from what? Being a shitty producer?
And I just want to let you know, Kirk, that I got about 50,000 new listeners right here. The ideas that I got for you right here.
I forget how much I hate his voice.
When I watched that video, I want to know what that meant. He kept saying, I have 50,000 new listeners for you. He himself has about 300 Twitter followers.
That's super loud. Is that going to be as loud on the thing?
It is very loud.
Now we can take it down.
All right, let me hear some more. I guess I don't know. I gotta hate
that's the only good stuff from the video.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah,
that was the best.
That's the beat. That's the beat.
Unless you want to hear him eating the can of chili and pretending it's dog.
You know what? You might want to because it's almost like threatening, as if to say, like,
"Oh, really?" Well, that's good because that ties into the next part of the conversation. Let me hear this.
I'm gonna do a little classic dog food review for you. I got some delicious choice chunks and gravy. That's some pedigree. That's the wet stuff. That's the good stuff.
You just can't get to the. You can never get to the fucking point either.
That looks good. Oh yeah. I've been trying a lot of these. They're not all great, so I'm hoping.
All right, I'm done. I hate him. God. So he
That's
does
the good stuff.
So he does this, and like I'm sort of like we're done. Like okay, like
he ruined it.
You're an idiot. So all right, fine. Wasn't a big deal. Meant nothing to us. How much time did you and I spend, Steve, texting conversation about Mark Moroso?
A minute.
Tops, right?
Maybe,
I mean, maybe. So we said, all right, well, he decided to move on. But guys like Moroso, they never, ever. It's like a Lifetime movie where he's like the boyfriend who never goes away. Like and eventually you have to shoot him in the fucking stomach to end the movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With the problem is with him getting all those views, is he's like, well, look, I'm a
you
big
feel
hit.
like we enabled him?
I'm a smash
We gave him
hit.
power.
Yeah,
okay.
bit,
Well, all right. So
he's like the anti-Riccio, is what he is.
What do you mean? He brushes his teeth?
I would hope he brushes his teeth after he eats the dog food, but I'm just saying, like, he's like a love troll.
He's a pleasant guy. Yeah, you want to.
I don't dislike him.
Not
at all.
No. Have you had any dealings with him really or no?
I mean, after I got the job, he said, "Hey, Steve, congrats on the gig. The show sounds great. Obviously, I'd love to be a part of the world. Let me know what I can do for you guys."
It's always. Is there ever a minute of not begging for a job, like where you just say, "Hey, congratulations"?
Well, there's so much of that. Like it's like I'm not freaking like the job fairy. I'm not handing out opportunities here. You have to earn them. So Steve actually came up with a pretty good idea because he said we should go. Portnoy had said when I was on the show with him Friday, why haven't we given Kurt a tone any shit lately? Right?
He said you should be like screaming Hitler at him with a megaphone.
Let's break bread.
Meanwhile, yeah. Hey, what are you doing over there? Want some gravy? But of course, the day before we're at fucking City Hall for like 2 hours. But that's okay.
Exactly. Not that he's paying attention to what you're doing.
But that's okay, no problem. So I said, that's not the worst idea. But I thought it's more fun, frankly, obviously in the old Stern model, to send an idiot over to do that work. And Steve wisely said, well, who better than Moroso? Like, that's actually kind of funny. So I said, good idea. And somebody alerted us that Curtatone was having a fundraiser for...
He was having a time.
Yeah, he was having a little dinner last night for re-election.
He was having a few words.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say to me? That's fine. You can say that if you want. You said it to my face. I give you credit.
You say anything about my mother, though. Don't you dare.
You should fucking talk. No, my mother better not be on your mouth. But he was having some thing last night, right?
Yes, he was having a fundraiser from 5:30 to 7.
Perfect. So you said, why don't we send Moroso over there?
Yes.
And I said, swell, fantastic idea. So over there, Moroso went, correct?
Yes, he
dressed
did.
as which animal?
As a political reporter, I guess.
So Moroso goes over there, and I'm having dinner, I get a text from him, and then a phone call, and it's basically like, and then he sends me a picture of him and Curtatone together. Like
the suspense. As if you're gonna be like, oh, what does this mean?
It's like, but you're right though. In a way, it's like threatening. Like, look what I've got that you can't have unless my demands are met. The psychological master. It's like Die Hard. Like he's Alan Rickman. And I'm like, ooh, how am I gonna keep up with? Like I'm all fucked up. I can't eat. Everyone's like, you all right? What's going on? I'm like, oh, Moroso's fucking with me again. Like it's like
breaks into a sweat.
Psychological genius. So I'm like, oh, you went and did what you told us. What we asked you to do. Fantastic.
The very specific instructions we gave to you. Time, place, and the specific questions we want you to ask.
Be an idiot and then send us the audio. And so then he starts giving Steve an attitude, right? Like I'm not releasing this fucking tape, asshole.
Yeah, he messages me, I have the audio you wanted. When do you want
It's
me
like
in?
a fucking hostage movie.
I sent it back. I was like, congrats, man. Can you just email it to me? When you come on, that'll be up to Kirk, but I'll let you know as soon as he decides. And then an hour later, I sent him, should I still be waiting for audio, or are we just playing games here? And he says, excuse me? I have a 1-year-old son, Steve, that needs to be fed and put to bed. That's my fault, by the way. He tends to take priority at this time of night.
So where was that? Out of curiosity, where was that 1-year-old son when you were eating fucking pretending to eat dog food in an outfit? Was he in bed? Where was he when you were talking to Curtatone? Like where is this?
His talk to you, though, Steve, is my fault because he called me. He's like, so when am I going to be on the show now? And I was like, what role do you think I have in this?
What are you, your show now?
Yeah, well, the other thing is, after he drops the dog food video, I get a text from Blind Mike that says, Mark Moroso demands to know when he's going to be on the show.
He's like, I got a work schedule here. When am I going to be on?
So I see that. You text me, you're like, Moroso's kind of whatever. I forget the phrase you used. So I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So he called me. So I now I have to call Moroso back, which is like the last thing on earth I want to do. Honestly, I would rather dig up my parents, put their like bones in front of me, and have a pretend dinner with them than fucking like talk to Moroso on the phone for 10 seconds. So I call him, and I'm like, Mark, what's like why? Just can you send the video over to Steve, please? Like, what do we? If not, and I said, if not, don't worry about it. The show will go on.
Right.
He's like, I gotta say, Kirk, like I'm feeling not respected and not involved at all in the show. I said, this is odd. I said, here's a weird thing about you not being involved in the show is you're not on the show. I said, I don't really feel like I'm part of This Is Us either. Like it's strange. Maybe I'll call Mandy Moore and ask her why I have a bigger fucking role in the show. Like you're not on the show. He's like, well, then maybe I won't send the video then. I'm like, okay, but that is you own the video. It's yours.
What would we ever do?
Yeah, I'm like, that's absolutely your priority. Let me give you a piece of advice. If you want to be part of this world, here's what you do. You send the video over.
Right.
We play it. You are now a character. We've talked about you now for 10 minutes. Have we talked about you because you're a fucking idiot? Yes. Sure. But that's part of the job. That's your role. Everyone has a role. This is a team. Like you get to be one of the idiots, one of the many idiots on the team. So, and he's like, oh, I never really thought of it that way. I'm like, well, okay. Can you send it over to Steve? Sure. And let me tell you something. Like, I'm really sorry. And I want to say, how happy I am that you're giving me these opportunities. Like, I'm like, you're fucking.
You need a bunny costume? I'll do a bunny costume.
Like, you're a fucking lunatic. My life is dealing with fucking lunatics. So I imagine he sent it to you right away after that.
No, it took a little while, actually.
He was still fucking with you.
Yeah, no, it took a little while. He's playing hardball.
That's what he does. I mean, that's what he does. So I have not listened to it. I wanted to react to it.
Surprisingly good.
Okay, because
surprisingly good. I was very, as I tweeted last night, very impressed with Mark Moroso's skills.
Well, his interviewing skills are a lot better. You know, he's kind of a Barbara Walters.
Yes,
he's a real,
he's a Kevin Cullen in the.
So we haven't seen that side of him. So it'll be interesting.
Right.
So first he starts out
like Air Bud Part 9, where he's like an interviewer.
We'll release the video. The video kind of sucks.
Took a while, Mike, but you got it.
You get like half of his face, half of Curtatone's face, but he's got good audio. We'll release that later at barstoolsports.com. But the first question kind of softens him up, you know?
Oh, that's what the master does.
I am here with the mayor of Somerville, Mr. Mr. Mayor Curtatone. How you doing today?
Great. How you doing?
Good. All right. So this is for my podcast. Do you mind if I use this for a podcast?
Go right ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. Good. So what I wanted to ask was, why do you want to be the mayor again? It's a tough job. Why do you want to do it again?
You know, I've
He's trying to get buddy with him.
Exactly. He's like, oh man, this is so tough.
I like the way you introduced him as Mr. Mayor Curtatone.
Very formal.
Is that his name?
Yeah, call me Joe.
Now 16 years. It's been an honor and privilege, and I want to do it because I love representing this community and the people here and its 100%. Values. And when we as a community come together.
Okay, that's pretty much how his response to goes. So
how long is the interview in total?
About 2 minutes.
3 hours.
That's not bad so far. It's okay.
He's got him a little softened up. He thinks he's talking with like a Boston Globe reporter, and then he goes in.
And Moroso did not identify himself as anybody else but Mark Moroso, correct?
Yes. Okay. I'm a podcaster, Mark Moroso.
Podcaster.
All right, so here he goes. He goes in for the kill.
I was also wondering if I could grab a comment. Just what do you say to the people who think that possibly a lawsuit with Kirk Minihane might be a waste of time and resources at this stage?
No, I think anytime.
Real quick, that's good job, Moroso. Good. He showed some balls.
Did you write these for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, did you really?
No, he's just reading the script.
Okay, good. It's fine. You read it.
No, he's a good assignment. I'm his assignment editor. He's a good reporter. Yes, I gave him questions. I gave him the time, the place.
That's almost too bad because he would have really fucked it up if it would have been incredible.
So, do you have any jobs for me, Mr. Mayor?
Wait, you know what I did was I said to them like I'm gonna have then I had chili instead. I fucked them over. What do you think of that, Mr. Mayor?
What is in fact on them.
What do you think of that, Mr. Mayor? What do you think of
that? All right, here's Curtatone's response.
Resources at this stage.
I think anytime someone uses hateful rhetoric of any type against any person,
I hate this asshole. I really do.
Whether it's based on their gender or as a platform to facilitate that type of language, we all have a responsibility individual to stand up for it.
Good. I'm with him. Sue Barstool. Fucking leave me alone. I don't want to go to jail. Jesus, I don't want to eat these hot dogs.
All right, he follows up.
What does he talk? Is he doing? Would he say racist again or no?
He brought up gender.
It was just kind of all of them.
Again, no proof. No proof about me. No proof about Barstool. He's a fucking asshole.
He just opens his mouth and all of these platitudes fall out. So now Moroso follows up. He drills down specifically on you.
Well, that's the thing is when you get into Moroso's world, now you're fucked. Like you've given.
He doesn't realize the hammers.
That third Moroso question is always the trademark. Like fucking here
you
it
get
comes.
Some tears.
Yeah. It's not going to be good for Curtatone here.
Yeah. What do you think of Kirk?
I have no opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, maybe not, but
the follow-up that was great. Oh, okay.
At least you're defending the asshole. That's it.
Yeah, no, he has no opinion. So now he follows up. This I think is the meaty Moroso question. This is where he's got scandal of all time.
Good.
All right, cool. And I noticed, too, that when you pulled up, you didn't feed the meter. Do you not get ticketed here?
No, I actually do feed the meter. I have my parking app, so it's electronic, so I paid 3 hours in advance.
Okay, hey, I'm just making sure the meter's clean. That's all.
Is that it?
There's a Farley-esque element to it where he's like, I saw you didn't pay the meter.
Hopefully the ending is the same, too.
If he was more self-aware, it would be kind of funny when he says, oh, just making sure the mayor's clean,
Just making sure the mayor's clean.
I forgot to mention that in the phone call. He's like, don't believe. That was his takeaway. He was so proud of this fucking parking meter thing. I was like, that's great, Mark. That's great.
Buckle up for some hysteria.
But I think that the one that might come back... The one that might come back to haunt the mayor is denying what he denies in this cut.
Ooh.
And then, a lot of people say that the Barstool thing is kind of a joke and that this might be going too far.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's true? Is there a lot of people say there's rumors that you're using, campaign dollars or city dollars. Is there any truth to that?
None whatsoever. That'll be settled in court. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Okay. Have a good one.
Not your typical U.S. currency, but city dollars.
City dollars. A lot of people are saying that. No, anybody specifically, Mark? A lot of people are saying that.
Oh, that's the classic reporter construction, though. The allegation has been made, Mayor
all
Curtatone.
over the place, Mayor Curtatone. Is it Curtatone or Curtatone?
We still haven't gotten to the bottom of this.
Do you know Mike or no?
I would say Curtatone the way it's spelled, but I don't know. But
okay,
guys, Portnoy and me in the neighborhood might say Curtatone.
I'd give Moroso a B+ for that.
Yeah. I might even give him an A-. It was so far
we do
above
need to
my
grade that
expectations.
curve. That is true. That is true. On the Moroso curve, I'd give him an A-.
And honestly, as far as that could have gone.
You know what was really good about that interview? Like after that sound, is I really want to talk to him for like 20 minutes about it because it'd be it'd be so interesting. Like
get behind the mind of the interview.
So Moroso wanted to come in after that because he said he wanted to present it.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
dun, 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 dun.
it's like a TV network special. Mark Moroso presents the Curtatone tapes.
Now, Mr. Moroso, what were you thinking when you saw him pull up and not pay in the parking meter?
What's you have to really get the character for this. You ever
he
afraid
thinks
for your
we should have
life?
made this its own 6-part podcast series.
Like what other than playing it and laughing? And by the way, now Moroso has gotten more attention than he'll ever get in his life. Like this is actually not good. As you said, this is probably not good for him.
No.
Well, I mean, until the Netflix special comes out about him storming Somerville City Hall.
Well, there'll be a Netflix special about him, but it's not gonna be about that. It's about fucking killing me. Is what it's gonna be about.
Making of a murderer.
If you have to do the Vegas odds of people most likely to murder me, you have your Riccios, you have your fucking Morosos, you have all these people. Moroso has to be one of the 2 or 3 biggest favorites.
At the top for sure.
Oh, you list him as the favorite?
Yeah.
So I think Colleen's a sneaky favorite too. Like in a weird way.
That's a good one. Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't have
like
thought
the
of that,
sort
but
of like nice guy, but underneath.
Are you sleeping on Blind Mike just because he can't see?
Blind Mike is being fed now. Though.
Yes.
Like
okay.
and he's kind of a sweet, gentle, simple sort. Like I don't think he's I don't maybe if people turn
I don't
against
have the
him.
dexterity to commit any.
But he's the people's champion right now. Like, people love Blind Mike.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, how are you handling that?
It's not that'll come.
I know there's 4 comments on Reddit have opposed that, but the other guy. So the other guy who's not handling this well at all, if we're going to talk about the Minifan world here for a second, is I forget his name now. He's just so MHB. That's his name.
Oh, did he not do well?
I thought he did okay.
Fine, right?
No, I mean, he was fine.
Yeah.
But he's not handling. I guess he got a lot of negative feedback. He's not handling this well at all. I listened to 2 things this morning: a podcast from my old show coming in, and then a little bit of the Minifan podcast. Which I got to say, they said you suggested the topic to them.
What's
like Barstool
the introduction to Barstool people?
Let them do their own show. Didn't work. Let them do their own show. And by the way, what do you? Blind Mike's the boss of that show. Did you ask him for permission for that?
I'm sorry, Blind Mike. I didn't know that.
Honing into my
territory. I went around you.
But MHB's one of these guys where like you could. This I think was a big deal to him to be on the show the other day, getting that sense. And like he got some negative tweets about it. He's not handling it well.
Yeah, he gets very. Yeah, there's certain things where he'll be like, if we get negative tweets about certain things we're doing on your Twitter account or whatever, he's like, maybe we should hold off on that because like, you got to do it. Just fucking. If you think it's funny, do it.
It goes away. Like people, if they don't like it, so they'll like you again, then they won't like you again, then they'll like you
again. People hate my voice. Like I don't just stop talking. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about it.
You're gonna let Joe Fart 69 with 4 followers dictate everything you do?
It doesn't matter. But he was very critical of you in the podcast.
Really? I guess I have to go listen to it.
You are taking so much shrapnel now. Give me your theory on why everybody hates you.
Well, that's why I think the positive on the feedback on me is so positive because I'm just by comparison.
That's true.
I just hate Steve.
You feel
so
like
much.
Steve because like Steve got the guy. He's with me. He got the job. Is that's it? And
I'm sure. With the K&Z thing, I think it's very.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I just mean in general. Like, how are you handling this?
Oh, I feel like I'm living in a wilderness of mirrors. I don't know who to trust. Everyone is nice to my face. I'll say that much. Blind Mike's nice to me. Culliнаne's nice to me. Moroso,
I'm nice.
He's
to
kind
you,
of a ding.
Speaking of you privately, though.
Yes, you are.
No, Blind Mike is loyal. I would say.
Yeah, no, but
MHB
Blind Mike's been great. I mean, MHB is one of these guys who, like, right after the podcast, he's coming back to me. How did I do? And I gave him honest. I said, you good energy. You came prepared.
I thought he was fine. I thought he was good. I think he was. It was
his first time.
His first time he was with me.
Exactly.
I'm his fucking idol.
And that's exactly what I told him. I haven't said a negative word against him, so I'm surprised that he
brought in that old sound, which I thought was funny. Like he was trying.
Was he mad at me because I told you that he brought old sound?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just mad at the fact that I think in his mind, I'm sure he woke up that morning thinking, I'm going to change the world. And everyone's going to say, oh my God, these two, Kirk and MHB, are the show of the future. Yes. They have great chemistry, and MHB was already planning like moving here, and we'd be best friends. And where are we going to dinner tonight? Let's play golf.
Looking for houses in Lexington.
And it was a solid B+. And he'll come back again, not for a while. Let's make that like November. Yeah, let's make that. Once we're done with Moroso, maybe we'll have MHB on. We'll go with somebody.
He had to be better than Moroso.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get somebody.
Let's not trash the guy too
Let's
much
get somebody who's like less interesting and a little heavier than Moroso. How about MHB next time? Does that work? In DEC, the other guy who hosts it, it's a Minifan show. Download it. Like I just retweeted this morning. I love those guys. But DEC is like critical of our interview. He hated Benditson. I'm like,
oh really?
And I'm sitting there thinking like, why am I getting worked up at these two fucking idiots who worship? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I just retire? Like you said to me the other day, I was going to get paid up the fucking ass for the next 4 years.
You were.
Guaranteed money. We're talking $3-4 million.
Could have sat on your ass and done
sit
nothing.
there and fucking play golf and hang out with my kids. But instead I'm schlepping in here Studio today is not bad. It's a brisk like 96 in here. Waiting for Blind Mike and Sue O'Connell and Steve Robinson. What am I? And I also don't think I would like to be higher up too. I want to be 2 or 3, 4.
You want like a throne? Yeah, am I gonna have to come in here and build a pedestal
3 feet
for you?
higher.
Andy Kaufman-esque.
Yes.
Would you like a gavel as well?
Yes, I would.
And a gun, a sidearm in case somebody gets out of line.
Andy Kaufman, by the way, overrated.
I don't know a lot of his
overrated. He's one of these guys like he's not like Louis C.K. He was great.
You say that sarcastically.
No, he's great.
It's 100% true. He is great.
He's great.
He's one of the greatest of all time.
He's one of the greatest guys of all time, right?
I can defend Louis C.K. if you really
well,
want to.
I don't want to. No, we'll go down that door.
I didn't think it did.
Well, it's topical. We'll go through that.
Okay.
We'll take a walk through that door. What was I saying? Oh, so DEC's like, yeah, like he's like and I know 6 people. I don't care. I'm in the mood. He's like, yeah, they had William Benditson on and they blew it. And MHP's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he's like, he's doing the whole like all the Kirk Minihane great.
That's a very good.
How does that work? Oh, give me another example.
That's a good impression of you doing
MHP doing me. Yes, there's a lot of layers there.
Listen up, dummies.
Yeah, wait, you say yourself, dummies, huh? Fuck you, fuck. So DEC is like, yeah, they asked Benditson what kind of lawyer he was, and they didn't drill down on it. It turns out he's a maritime lawyer, and they could have said, "Oh, you're interested in seamen, huh?" Like that's literally
great.
I'm like, you're shitting on. You're shitting on me.
He should have asked Ali Schnitt about that.
Fuck you. I'm supporting these guys. Like, what the fuck? And I got to say, they're dumping on, and MHP, we'll play this out tomorrow if you want, Steve. MHP's like, who the fuck is Steve Robinson? We fucking kept Kirk alive when he was gone. I'm like, guys, like, I appreciate it. I was going to land on my feet. Like, your little podcast, like, believe me, people wanted me. Like, Portnoy was not like, holy shit, Kirk. I forgot you existed. Then I listened to episode 12 of the Minifan show. I was like, we got to fucking hire this guy. Like, I was going to be, I appreciate it. And I think in turn I've been loyal to them as well. I think. Yeah, I've tried to. Don't you think? I mean,
I would say so for sure. Yeah.
I think you've been very loyal to them. And the episode I did with them got a bunch of downloads. It was like one of their biggest episodes.
Right. They're great. I love them. But like, your job is to kiss my ass. Like, that's it. I'm not interested in, I get enough shit. Yeah. Minifan show is not a home of criticizing Kirk. Do you understand this, Mike? You're in charge of this.
I think
I'll fucking buy the. How much is it going to cost to buy the?
$40.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it and fucking change it to pure propaganda. 24 hours a day. I will do it.
I think their problem is that they don't have like EEI to beat up on. So now they feel like, well, maybe we should bash Steve or something.
Well, Steve has become. I don't know. Poor Steve. Look. Talented, not really, but loyal, yes. Like, what, Steve left a secure job.
Right. I think Steve's been great. I'm very impressed with his work, I would say.
Yeah, he's been.
Thank you, Blind Mike.
Yeah,
I got you.
Totally, he's a producer. He exists. He's been fine. He's been he's
totally competent.
Is he Mark Moroso? No, but who is?
Of course not.
But these guys, Steve has become, because I think a lot of these guys are like, oh, I can't really shit on Kirk because he'll come back at me. Right. I don't want to deal with that. There's a lot of guys going around lately. He'll get all the people after me, and you like. I love that too. Like everyone's like, oh, and then they turn the Twitter. Like we have this same thing with like Get Your Man. Like we turn on the signal. Like, oh, okay, now shit on this person. Well, if you say something dumb, we're going to shit on you. That's how life works. Right. If I say it, do it. Fine. But Steve has become the whipping boy, whether it's the MHBs of the world, people on Twitter, my old place, like, and I don't really understand it. Like, what is it? What am I? You be honest here.
That's all I think it is. I think maybe that they're it's a transition time for them. They don't know what to do.
Well,
with
he's a new
show.
Voice with me. I think they want to hear old voices with me to some extent too. Like they want to hear Ken or whoever, and that's not going to happen.
Right.
We love Ken. I mean, we love Ken. He's he's great. He was a good producer.
Yeah.
And Steve's a really good producer. Like, what do you want, Mark Moroso?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is
Moroso literally couldn't. I would do the podcast with him. I've told the story before. I know. I would do the podcast with him, and we'd call out to have whoever on. Pick a guest, whoever. Candace Owens. Mm-hmm. And, I would have the thing, and I'd hear the dial tone. And then you'd hear, boop, 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 boop. He'd dial, boop, 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 boop. And I'd be, Mark, this is far more than the usual number of boops I'm supposed to hear. Like, we're now at 26. He's like, I thought there was supposed to be a 1 and a star 6. Let me try again. And it'd be, boop, 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 boop. Beep. Nope, the number you've... just fucking... And they'd leave and walk down the hall.
No, she must not have a phone.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm like, you can't dial out? You can't make a phone... So I'd be like, Mark... And then I would do it myself. Like, essentially, I was producing the show at the end. I was just leaving Moroso around because he wanted to be around.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve does fucking... If you know what Steve did behind the scenes, people will be like, this fucking guy is unbelievable.
Well, that's part of the problem. I think people are judging Steve as if he's your co-host.
He's not my co-host.
Rather than your producer. Yeah.
No, he's speaks out of necessity. He's a producer of the show. He's like the second or third voice, but it's my show.
Yeah.
Steve is fucking working hard, way harder than any producer I've ever worked with.
I would, from what I've seen.
I mean, or as hard as any I've ever worked with, like all the time. So I don't know. I don't like when people start bashing guys on my own team unless I do it and it's deserved. It frustrates me. Anyway, are we up for a second Roman here or no?
I think we are. We can do that before we go into the WEEI audio if you want.
Jesus Christ, I'm already in a fucking mood. Before we do that, real quick, is it worth doing Candace Owens today or no? Do you think? I'm trying to think if it's worth it. Is it worth it?
At noon? Yeah, I think it's worth it.
What do you think, Blind Mike? I know you're a fan of hers.
I don't know a ton about her. I heard her on Rogan for a little bit. And
How was she on Rogan?
Interesting for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I think you could get some interesting stuff.
Where are we doing this at noon? I don't want a specific place. I'm a famous person. I don't want to have Moroso fucking pull a friggin' Mark David Chapman on me here. But do we have a place?
I'm just going to follow you wherever you go. Wherever you're going to be at noon, that's where the interview will be.
So it could be anywhere?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but isn't the sound going to be a factor?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine.
If
we'll just do it on a Wi-Fi hotspot.
If we do it like a Panera, it'll be all right?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, we want to do it someplace where there's not a lot of ambient noise or wind. I mean, I don't want to follow you out on the golf course, but I mean, we could do it in your car.
No, I don't want to do that. All right, it's at noon?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it, I guess.
Sound exciting. It should be a good one.
As MHB said today, DEC and MHB said Steve's trying to turn this into the Howie Carr show. That was it. That was another shot at Steve from those guys.
I believe you requested Candace Owens.
Look, I don't remember who did it. I'm just saying this is what you want. This first hour sounded a lot like the Howie
tomorrow.
Sounded a lot like the Howie Carr show to me. This first hour.
I've already told the DiStefano guys that you're not getting hair plugs. So.
Oh, did they reach out as well?
Yeah, they want to know if you want to get hair plugs.
I don't.
I said your hair looks great.
Let me see, Mike. Let me see your head. He's got a decent head of hair.
Yeah, no, I don't think Blind Mike's a candidate. I mean, I got a little bit of receding hairline.
Yeah,
I could be like a candidate for Propecia.
Are you not interested?
Nah, not really.
No, I mean, I get no problem with it. I mean, we DeStefano at the old place. It's great. People seem to like it, but I like shaving my head. I just don't like having a lot of hair.
I said we could do the testimonial because I used to work for Howie. You used to work with Jerry, both DeStefano guys.
Yeah, but we should get somebody in our world who would want to do it. Blind Mike's got hair.
Moroso will do it. Moroso will shave his head and do it.
Yeah, I'm bald. Look at this. He'll literally, surgically have himself get a receding hairline.
Is there any way we can accelerate his baldness chemically? We could be able to, like...
Anyway, whatever. They want to come on board, great. We've already got some great people on board, led by our great friends at Roman, the folks at Roman, an online men's health company changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer-lasting sex. That's it. Clinically proven way to last longer in bed, easy to use, fast-acting, no prescription needed. They can ship swipes to you in a discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. No need to transfer to your partner. You can last longer without worrying. So easy to use. Take the swipes out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. We're done. When you go to GetRoman.com/Kirk, you get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. If you use the link GetRoman.com/Kirk, GetRoman, a nation holds its breath. Lonely eyes are turned toward you somewhere. Penises are ejaculating the last couple of days at a horrifyingly fast rate. We need GetRoman to come in, save the day, and make that semen stay in the penis. How does it work, Mike, when your dad didn't talk to you about the facts of life? Is that what happened?
The only thing my dad explained to me sexually is circumcision.
Okay.
While he was doing it?
Somewhat relevant, I guess. GetRoman.com/Kirk. GetRoman. Are we going to hear from GetRoman this week, Steve?
I think we will.
We will? So. Okay, I'd like to hear from him. GetRoman.com/Kirk. That's GetRoman.com/Kirk. I mean... I think this has actually been a fun 45 minutes here so far. Fun.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get in a bad mood, but I feel like this is going to put me in a bad mood. So I'll do it anyway, I guess, because I know this is what the listeners want, so we'll just give them what they want. First, before we do that, give me a little bad... Can I get a little bad Red Sox or Radio.com to put me in a good mood? Which one do you want to hear first?
You want Red Sox play-by-play or Radio.com Football Insider?
You know what? I will turn the... I'll let Blind Mike Geary... make that choice.
Well, last time I was in, we did the Red Sox, so I think we should do maybe Radio.com.
Let's do it because I haven't heard that yet. I'm curious to hear it. Is it everything I want it to be?
Yes, it is. Would you like the introduction to the podcast?
In a moment. Yes, I would. In a moment. The Radio.com, just to keep all the folks up out there in podcast land. And thank you, by the way. I have not. Oh, you're right.
The people.
Sorry, I missed that joke. That was a good one.
Thank
you. The first week is so. I'm thrilled at the reaction and the numbers and the downloads. The numbers yesterday were great, which means people are sticking around, which is pleasing to me. I have to admit, I am somebody who is now a chronic, habitual refresher of the iTunes rankings, like almost embarrassingly so. And I'm very pleased that
you wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, if I go and take a piss or something, I'll check just to see what happens. And I'm happy to say it seems like it's actually gotten stronger, which is overwhelming. I'm very pleased so far. That being said, Radio.com is a company that does podcasts, shitty ones, and they didn't want me to be part of it. They wanted to do their thing. So what you've heard so far, they didn't want. They didn't want what you've heard so far today in the past couple weeks. What they like is a little something like this.
Radio.com Sports presents Football Insiders. Breaking down all 32 NFL teams all the way through Super Bowl 54.
Direct snap, and it goes to Clement, who gives it off to Burton, the tight end, who then throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Foles caught the ball on a touchdown pass to the yard by the tight end. What did we just see?
With
Hold on. What you just saw was a football play. I know it was a wacky. That was a Super Bowl the Eagles game. I know that was a wacky play with Foles caught it, but like we all know what we saw. That's Kevin Harlan, I think. So that open right there. We'll play the rest of it. Is exact like that is.
I've never heard an open like that though. It's probably a pretty unique show.
That is amazing. So I've never been part of this. Like I've just mocked it. So it's always the idiot program director telling some midday producer who's got 50 other things to do, go put together the most generic opening ever for the most generic show. Like, this is not. This show's not. I don't think this show is real. I think this is honestly satire. I have to believe that they're playing a big joke.
The instructions
on us, right?
are basically, hey, have you heard anything else ever? Do that.
Let's get a bunch of like that's always the big thing. Whistle blows, and you're hike, and then you have that guy's voice, that fucking voice of that guy, like 32. Yeah. We're going through every single, like, oh my God. And then
what they do right, though, is putting in radio.com. This is a radio.com podcast brought to you by radio.com on the radio.com platform.
Where do you find it?
Well, I'm appreciative just in case they put my name in it. Like, I would want to be removed from that as much as possible from anybody else on the planet. So this is a radio.com. Let's play the rest of the open.
Com Sports and Philadelphia Eagles insider Elliot Shore-Parks.
That pass was on the money, and the arm strength it took there from running around.
And former NFL offensive lineman turned radio.com Sports NFL insider Brian Baldinger.
They needed some dogs like Leonard Floyd and Roquan Smith.
It's all
done,
on
radio. Sold, subscribed, done. Don't need. I'm sorry, Roman. We have to get rid of you. Actually, we need you for this. Actually, who should promote this is Roman. They should advertise because people be coming right away the fucking second they listen to this magic. I've fucking blown my load 3 times during that opening.
Yeah,
that is like so. Their takeaway sounds from Elliot Schnorr Pitzel or whatever his name is, and Brian Baldinger is. Like, those are their little clips they play of these guys. Like, you're not going to believe how crazy these guys are.
Well, it's funny when I'm talking to my friends. Sometimes I say, "Hey, enough with this banter. Let's stick to sport.
Let's get to the fucking inside."
Yeah,
somebody
Baldy,
insider here.
Stop joking
Baldy,
about
as they
football.
call him, is actually a pretty dynamic personality, though.
Oh, I've heard Baldy.
Have you had any off time at all since the draft? I saw you were down in Florida, did a little scuba diving. I see.
Well, stop. Oh, let me try and answer this question. What do you think Baldy's going to say? Are they breaking down the film or what? Scuba diving? Is that what he says or what?
He says, I'm very passionate about. I'm sure he gets into a lot of.
What answer is he going to give that's not going to be like? He'll give the fake laugh. You'll get a fake laugh answer, and then some generic weird answer, right? Like, let me hear it.
Have you had any off time at all since the draft? I saw you were down in Florida, did a little scuba diving. I see. What's harder, breaking down the film or scuba diving?
Oh no. Diving is just it's just pure pleasure.
Yeah. What's it like down there? I've never.
It was about as good as my answer.
Yours was not great, Mike.
No, it wasn't.
What's it like down there? Oh, so we're doing literally a deep dive, if you will, with Brian Baldinger about scuba diving. I think we all know what scuba diving's like. It's not. I don't think Brian Baldinger's going to give us I don't think he's Jacques Cousteau. My guess is, imagine if he gives like this incredible answer.
And we're just like, you know what?
Yeah,
this great
like nature answer. Like, see, it's really just like this. I can't even do like funny. It's so boring. I can't even do funny answers.
That was I was struggling to come up with
any. It's so boring.
Any
I'm so bored already. So some human being is supposed to download this, subscribe it, and like listen to it.
Yeah.
I've dove in all 7 oceans.
Oh wow,
including Antarctica. So
we figured, but you said 7, stupid.
They have a reef.
I didn't leave any out. You might be thinking. He doesn't mean Antarctica. Obviously, he's not including Antarctica.
Holy shit!
Not so fast.
You dove in Antarctica? Like, let's talk about that.
I'm not talking about the oceans of Europa here.
You can tell, and like the host of this is like, oh fuck, like we are way out of football here. Like I asked this, like I thought he was going to say like football was tougher.
I didn't think this guy was going to get so crazy.
Like this guy is way out of the fucking rails here. Like the producer's like leaning over him, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, we have a fucking preseason is coming up here, asshole.
In Florida, the Florida Reef runs from Jupiter, Florida to the Florida Keys. Mm-hmm. It's over 100 miles, and it's 200 yards offshore. So I have a place down there in Fort Lauderdale. I can literally push off from the shore and in 6 minutes be on top of a reef. Yesterday, just watching,
Good thing about Brian is he doesn't seem like a fucking hardo asshole at all.
Well, if you've ever been thinking, I'd like to know the geography of Greater Florida.
Turtles just swimming on the reefs.
Is he talking about turtles?
Turtles just swimming on the reefs.
Save that. I like that. Why don't we just like? Why does it just become like sort of like an eco-friendly kind of podcast? Where they just talk about the ocean.
Baldy does nature.
This is the Eagles insider who
going deep with Brian Baldy.
Turtles just swimming on the reefs.
Is that it or no?
Yeah, that's the end of his nature talk.
Do we have a ranking for this podcast yet or no? I didn't see. Is it behind mine? Ahead of mine? I didn't see
this is the first episode that they put out. I think what they were trying to do is humanize an otherwise very technical character.
Right. And I don't think that the host was ready for this sort of deep dive, if you will, level conversation when they were going to get to this.
Yeah, but that's the kind of madness.
So I'm really excited for this podcast.
What does he call him?
When you're on the highway to the danger zone, you never know what you're
Baldy.
Oh, Christ. Do we have any football talk between these two or no?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the inaugural Radio.com Sports.
Hold on. What is that? Like, so remove those, the guy speaking. What is that noise? It sounds like a high school band playing or something?
I think it's like stomping and clapping
it's like
during
a football
game,
band, like something.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't understand how this works.
That was kicking in at the tail end of the introduction we played.
And these are two men who are very clearly, you could tell, in the same room together, right? I mean, it just seems like they're so natural. Like there's no way.
Baldy might be on his boat.
I think Baldy might be in the Antarctica. Like there's no, they probably never met. They have no connection at all whatsoever. But they just say, go do and talk football.
They're bonded through the love of football.
And no one will listen to it. No. Like no one will. I mean, people may now today. But like tomorrow they won't. So if I look, how do I do a search for it on?
I don't know. It doesn't even really come up in the search.
I know, I've tried.
It's like hard to find these shitty radio.com podcasts.
If I do so I'm on the iTunes world now. You know the search for
Google top 6 million podcasts. iTunes.
If I look up big time football,
they came up with a really creative name for this one because big time baseball and big time basketball weren't imaginative enough. This one is Football Insiders.
That's the name of it, really?
Yes. Interesting. This is called Football Insiders.
So they have both big time football and Football Insiders.
No big time football.
It doesn't exist.
Radio.com.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sports.
I'm sorry.
Radio.com. They have 10 ratings so far. Not bad. The one comment I see, disappointed, 1 star. Should have called it big time football. Really missed an opportunity there. Kirk Minihane show works, though. Now, there's a chart topper, folks.
Is that a real interview on
1-star review.
Rating on there?
I'll give it a 1-star review as well. Why not? Everybody, you know what? If we give them a bunch of 1-star reviews, does that help them because it gets some action or no?
I think that helps
in a way. It does. Oh,
it does.
The algorithm.
Okay,
like a reverse way. Yeah. Trick the algorithm into promoting.
They've not done one since May 21st. The episode 2 was Brown's potential, Chiefs expectations, and Salguero interview. Elliott Shore-Parks and Baldinger go around the AFC, diving into whether or not the Browns will live up to the hype if the Colts are Super Bowl contenders, where the Chiefs can handle the distractions of Tyreek Hill, with the Chargers on their toes, and if any AFC East team can compete with the Patriots. Later on, the two discuss masturbation and whether or not they've tasted ejaculate with NFL insider Amanda Segura. That to me is,
that doesn't sound
that
right.
To me is an interesting. That's an interesting move. I would listen to those guys talk about that.
Would you like to hear some Baldy analysis?
I mean, I think so.
If
no,
you can
Mike.
handle it,
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
So if you just play tall ball with Carson Wentz and Alshon, with Zach Ertz, with Dallas,
okay, I'm
and
good.
now
I think I'm all set. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Give me a little Red Sox play-by-play.
All right.
Is this radio or television?
This is television.
I want to hear radio. Go ahead. What do we have? What's this from?
This is from the game on Sunday.
Okay, go ahead.
Red Sox trying to break through here against a tough right-hander.
Real quick. The first like 2 seconds of that is like what I always think of, like that. When there's no. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like play it just from the top again. Right there.
It's the sound of nothing. It's the sound of silence.
It's the ambient crowd sound. That's the producer just going a little bit of crowd sound.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So
they've got mics around the stadium so they can get just enough crowd sound to make you
so,
feel like you're there.
They're showing you what a raucous madhouse is.
It sounds so weird. All right, go ahead.
Red Sox trying to break through here against a tough right-hander.
Hello?
And you can get 3 hours of it 6 nights a week.
Is this real? Did you do this?
This is absolutely real.
How much more is there?
This would be a 30-second no-talk break in the coverage here.
Oh, my God.
Is this real?
Yes, this is real.
Xander is the Red Sox top RBI man with 51.
if that wasn't on TV, like if that was just me and Steve in the room waiting for you, I would feel uncomfortable enough to just be like, so
these guys,
how was your weekend?
The weird thing is, though, that they can fill it with this witty, personable banner.
Oh, that's what they do.
To.
That's what they do best. Yeah, that's a thing.
Did you get on a bullet train while you were in Japan?
I tell you, I didn't do anything. No, I just went down and did that hit that I had to do, and I never left the hotel. I ate it in the hotel every single night downstairs at Trader Vic's, and went to do the games.
In there for strike 3. I thought you were just kidding. I didn't realize you literally didn't do anything.
No, well, you know me.
1, 2, 3.
Enough of this bullshit. 1, 2, 3. They're incapable. Honestly, Remy there is actually trying to talk. Like O'Brien, the play-by-play guy, they're machines.
You have to get in, yeah.
Like Remy is, I think, trying to be a human being. There's like, I am lonely. Like I know he honestly has real depression issues. Like I just stayed in the hotel. Like I didn't want to fucking do anything.
He said, I did that hit. Did Remy pull it? Like, did he assassinate somebody?
I think he meant TV hit. Radio. I think. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, not that Remy. No.
He is selling a book, by the way.
I know he is. I had him on the podcast to talk about it.
Yeah, he plugs his book. He's doing a book event coming up.
No, I can't wait. All right, let's get to. Do I want to do this? You tell me, Mike. Mike, do you want me to rip on WEEI or no?
You know, I shouldn't say anything. I don't like to. I don't like when you make fun of those guys, but when you speak ill of my friends over
well, Steve, I know
you should at least help me navigate the situation.
Yeah, like Steve I don't know what to
think about this. On the one hand, I've never had any beef with the EEI guys. I think Ken and Curtis are just trying to start some trouble so that they can generate ratings and attention.
You think so?
I mean, they put this cut in the intro for the morning show.
Oh, did they really?
Yes. It's the biggest thing they've done. And
yes,
but those pussies. Jerry's a fucking pussy. He's not going to react to it. He's trying to. Jerry's contract is, and I know we've tried to mend fences last. This is going to be it now. Unfortunately, I've tried to reach out and mend fences the last couple of weeks. He's kind of tried to. We've tried, but they just didn't get anywhere. And then I hear this today, and I get these things in my head, and these like them. It pisses me off, and I forget that Jerry is, and he got mad at me for calling this. He's a rat fuck. But I mean,
we're doing a podcast here. You can speak frankly.
But he's a friend. I mean, he remains a friend at the same time. So it's like a weird thing.
So we won't get Kirk and Callahan on Barstool Sports?
It doesn't feel that way.
Oh, okay.
It just frustrates me because like he does this whole thing when I talk to him on the phone. He's like, I don't know why you're doing this to me. Like, I love you. And then I hear this cut. And when you hear this cut, you know there's a lot more going on. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
Like there's
That's how I said that to Steve. Didn't I say
this
that?
mocking.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Take it easy, Mike. You said it too. I know you did.
No, that's not what I
said. Steve, I said it too, right? Steve,
Mike makes really good points.
Steve, I said it first. I thought before Kirk did. I thought of it, right? I should have said that. I'm so mad. But go ahead. So this is Ken Laird and Chris Curtis used to be my producers. And they're now sort of personalities, like almost like somebody made them into personalities.
Weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like it's the worst spin-off in television history. Is Mutt and Callahan. Like it's like Joey. Like it's just there's like remnants of the old. They're sort of like kicking around.
These guys,
but it's like new writers came in and everyone's dumber. Like it's just sort of like So
I mean, I think Mutt would have to be Joey, right?
I guess, and they've just sort of let it go because they have to, and they have no other answers. No one has any creativity there, and they all. Like I said, when I got there, they were in 7th place.
Yeah, it's almost
so
like
are you Jennifer Aniston?
Yes,
if it wasn't for you.
Right. I was in 1st place when we were there. I left, and they're in 6th and 7th place now. They suck. They're show fucking.
No, they're really smart. They know radio.
Yeah, they're show fucking. If you listen to that show, you're an enemy of mine. That's what I'd say. If you listen to that show, don't listen to this podcast. Plain and simple. You choose one or the other. I don't care if we lose listeners. You choose me or you choose them. And I would tell you not to listen to their station. I would tell you not to go to their advertisers. I would say, if they're going to shit on us, fuck them. Fuck them up and down, left and right, in the mouth, in the dick. Fuck them, in the dick, I don't know. But fuck them, 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 top to bottom. I'm done. I've tried to be nice the last couple of weeks. That's over. Why I've tried to be nice, I don't know. We're done.
Well, you're a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. And I know Jerry looks at that. He loves that text line. He's obsessed with that text line. I'm thinking right now of tweeting out, text Judas to 37937 for a chance to win some Barstool swag, courtesy of Kirk Minihane.
Does that really bother him, the backstabbing stuff? Because it's almost like it started as a joke, I thought, where you were not necessarily a joke, but where you were kind of just giving him shit.
Mike, he's a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say.
I don't know him at all.
He's a pussy. He's a sensitive pussy. He's just, that's what he is. He's obsessed with text and feedback, and he knows his show sucks. And he knows without me, he's fucking terrible. He's a one-note fucking, honestly, he's like a Howie Carr knockoff. That's what he is. I mean, really, he learned from how he has no creative ideas of his own. He goes on, he bitches and moans. I talk to him on the phone. He tells me how much Mutt sucks.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to like Mutt.
Tells me how much the show sucks, how much he misses me. And he goes and does shit like this where he goes in this office and dumps on us. We're just trying to do our thing. I've stayed away from them by and large the first week.
Absolutely have. I've had bad WEEI radio on the cut sheet, every single day last week.
And I've stayed the fuck away. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to be friends with these guys. No problem. We'll do that. Curtis is texting me all the time, telling me how great the podcast is every day.
Then it's shocking considering what they think of your producer.
Right.
And I haven't said anything about these guys. The last time I even interacted with Mutt, he was saying that Puerto Rico was a country. And I just tweeted out like, well, maybe someone on the show should correct him because Puerto Rico's not a country. Yeah. That's all. That's the last interaction I had with him. And that was like a couple of months ago.
Is Mutt, do you like Mutt still, or is that done now?
He's fine. He's a fuck. He's my friend. He's my friend. I've tried, but let's be honest. Like, his midday show tanked. At night, nobody's listening to him, and the ratings have been down 70% since I left. Like, he's not compelling. People don't want to listen to him.
Yeah,
I like him. He should put on a tie, drive up to Nashua, and sell fucking cars. Like, that's honestly, it's not for everyone.
Not drive.
Not drive them. But here, Curtis on Saturday. Fucking dying listening to the Woodhead sound. The Woodhead thing with me in the old days. Where was it yesterday? Benditson's Trump impression, spectacular. So he's listening, so there are two.
He must hate when I'm on.
Yeah, there are two.
He hated me.
There are two, that's the thing. Like, what, honestly, we should just play the cut, right? So this is from Ken and Chris do a show, I guess, Monday morning before the show is on.
I think it's a podcast, and then they play it.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they brought us up. Somehow conversation.
So they very deliberatively did this, or deliberately did this.
Deliberately?
Okay. Yeah, no, they did this very intentionally.
Oh, well, obviously.
Contrived.
Yeah, it's going to work. I mean, good for them. Yeah, but the irony is that then the show itself is going to react to it like barely because they're not allowed to talk about it.
They brought it up this morning for a second, and then
did they really?
Like Mutt tried to bring it up, and then Jerry went away from it.
Yeah, because he's a pussy. Here's what I'd say to those guys. Here's 2 words I want to hear you say on your show: Bob Murchison. Go ahead. Once you say that, then we can have a debate.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you say that? Go ahead. And by the way, I know he's still. Well, we'll get.
But
to
the worst moment of last week was this underhanded, condescending shot at Curtis. We're talking in the back office after the show, and we're talking about another producer in town who talks on the air, and Mudd is just laying into this guy, right? And he says, "I'd even rather listen to Curtis talk on the air." Like, whoa, even Curtis I'd rather hear more than this guy.
Right. And the program director is in the room.
serious.
He's talking to all of us. We're just shooting the crap after the show. And Mutt says this, and it was so full of anger and bitterness.
Yes,
and
very bitter.
Not a hint of humor, not a hint of sarcasm. It was this guy who happens to be the producer of Kirk's podcast, who Mutt kills. He hates Kirk's podcast. He rips it constantly. It's embarrassing. He would never say it to Minahane's face.
He's right about that.
But he does it to us behind the scenes.
So I'll give Ken and Chris credit. At least they brought up on the air. Like, they have more balls than Jerry.
But do you think any of that's true?
Yes. Oh my God. I've been in those rooms all the time. So you go in these rooms. What frustrates me is there's the scene. This is what gets me mad is I envision the scene. Jerry, Mutt, Ken, Chris, and Zarbano, the program director, who's a fucking idiot, like is the biggest dummy who ever lived, and is in charge of that disaster, that fucking Hindenburg, with those 3 shitty shows on that no one's listening to. Fucking morning show's getting killed by Toucher and Rich, who suck. The midday show, Dale Arnold, the worst fucking radio personality of all time, and Rich Keefe. Well, it's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know Dale really. Keefe's kind of
he's a loser too. And then the afternoon show, which is getting obliterated by Felger and Maz, another fucking terrible show. And Joey doesn't change anything. They're worried about going to London for the Red Sox, whatever. So they're all in the room together. Enemies. I mean, Joey's my enemy. And they're sitting there giggling about my little mediocre podcast and how terrible it is. And Jerry, I'm sure, shitting on it. They'll never do that on the air.
Right.
Ken and Chris at least bring it up. And Mutt, I have no doubt Mutt is doing that. He's probably shitting on it, but while telling me how great it is. My issue with those guys is you can hate my podcast. You can think it sucks. Fucking tell me.
Yeah.
Like I've told you, I've told Jerry, I've told Mutt. Your show sucks. It's fucking terrible. Be honest back to me. Don't be afraid.
Right.
Don't
and
be a
wouldn't
fucking
that be
pussy.
Interesting? That'd be the most interesting thing I've
heard
on there. If they were trashing your show, I'd listen to that.
But they won't do that. Or maybe they will now because I'm basically daring them to do it. But they wouldn't if I wasn't doing this.
Right.
Their show is fucking horrible. But Jerry, and my issue's not even with Mutt. My issue's with Jerry. Mutt's a fucking dog. He's a mediocre. He's just there. It's supposed to be Jerry's show, and Jerry is so concerned. So we had a long talk the other day. His contract, he asked me not to tell anybody about this. His contract is up at the end of August, and he's concerned they're not going to re-sign him. Of course, I'm saying, being nice, they should re-sign you. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, they should not fucking re-sign you at all. You make a lot of money. The ratings have tanked since you left. Murchison is still going after the station, the guy who brought me down. You're not
the guy who set you free.
That's true, by the way. And you're not good on the radio anymore. Your time has come and gone. You sound like you're 100 years old. You sound like a bitter old fuck who doesn't even want to be doing this anymore. And no one's listening to you. Why would they bring you back? If I were EEI, the one good business move they'd make is to fucking show him the door and start over. Show him up the door too. Show them all. Fire them all and say, hey, we're starting over. That's to me is not even why would they even bring these people back? This show sucks. I mean, am I wrong? Have you listened to it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Jerry. I grew up listening to him, and Mutt's always been nice to me. But my problem is more like Ken and Curtis, who, if it wasn't for you, would be board ops.
Well, what Mutt be doing without me? I saved Mutt's life. Like
that's true too.
What would Jerry be? Jerry's Jerry's number one with me for 2 years. Yeah. He'd be doing what he's doing now.
Well, the thing is, in the second part of the cut, they say that Mutt hates me explicitly, but what can you say about a guy who doesn't even have the respect of his own producers?
That's
the whole shtick is the producers just constantly shitting on him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get in weed. This show's whatever, but you're right. But my thing is, hey, at least those guys brought it up.
Yeah, true.
I have way more respect for him. He's like, I don't like your podcast. I'd be like, well, okay, don't listen to it. I don't care. I don't like your fucking show. It's okay. Like, it's supposed to be sitting there and meeting. This is why when Jerry gets mad at me, I call him a backstabbing fuckwad. That's what he hated. Every time I talked to him, why'd you say that? And I was like, I almost apologized, but now I see him in that room being like, he is. He fucking is. Yeah. And he did it to John Dennis. He stabbed him right in the back. And he used me as a fucking pawn in this game, which he totally did. He would pull me aside and be like, say this, do this. I can't be the guy who gets it back. You can't do that. So I did it. I didn't want him around anyway. And then a couple months when things got hot, he did the same thing with me. This is who Jerry Callahan is. I've tried long enough, and I've tried to make him something he's not. I've tried to idealize him because I'm missing adult figures, I think, in my life. I've tried to idealize this guy as something else. He's not. He's just a fuckwad. He's just a rat. He's just a Judas. And I hope he has professional misery, and I hope the Minifans contribute to that. And I hope that they're both out of jobs soon, honestly, really. And, I hope so.
Well, my as a fan of your old show...
Am I getting my point across or no?
I think you're being pretty clear.
You're being very direct.
I don't know. What were you going to say?
I was surprised there was never more of a, I probably have a lot less to lose than those guys, but I was surprised there was never any excitement from them to be like, hey, let's leave with Kirk and try to do something else.
These are not
I was always surprised by
these
that.
are not people. Why? These are not people with vision. Jerry's life is, okay, what's in the Herald today? Let's talk about it. Right. He's a narrow-minded person.
It's they're attached at the hip to a fucking rocket ship that's getting ready to go to the moon, and they're like, oh shit, we don't want to do that. And they just chop the timeline.
And they'll finish second or third, and they'll be fine, and maybe they'll make a little whatever, and they're going to, blow casinos. And this is like their life now. This is their existence, and good for them, whatever. And
there were some people arrested for trying to cheat at roulette.
I saw that. I saw that. It's crazy stuff.
Oh, man.
And they want to talk, and Jerry likes to talk about sports, and I don't, and it's an issue, and, honestly, I mean, I don't want to bring this up. It's a one thing, but, I know he went behind when things were getting ugly, and he told them, he's like, look, to the Mark Hammons and the Joe Zarbanos, if you have to get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy. At some point, he was like, yeah, well, he wanted to keep his job. I think he thought he was going to lose his job, too. He's about himself. He's only about himself. That's it.
Well, that makes me lose a lot of respect.
But that
surprises
me. It's just true. I mean, it's just true. I mean, it's okay. He's got a family.
I mean, I always liked Jerry. I always had a good relationship with him. But then I texted him right before signing on with you and said, hey, I'm going to go work with Kirk. Any advice for me? And he said, well, you go back groveling on your hands and knees to Howie and say it was all a big misunderstanding.
Oh, is that true, really? Or
yes.
Is that right?
Yes. And I was like, I've already made this decision, dude. Why can't you just, for my own mental health, just say, just lie to me. Even if you think it's going to be a fucking disaster.
He might have been tongue-in-cheek a little bit.
Yeah, it might have been tongue-in-cheek a little bit, but just say, hey, good decision for you. Hope it works out. Whatever. I don't know.
He's bitter. I mean, he knows. He's told me privately, his show sucks. He knows the show. What am I supposed to do? I'm with people who suck. He's right. I mean, that's, but when I hear stuff like that, that's what gets me mad is them in a meeting and acting lording above us. And meanwhile, Blind Mike is fucking Blind Mike or fucking Greg Dickerson.
No. Curtis said I'm dry and boring, and Zambrano says he doesn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, if Joe Zarbano doesn't like you, you're in business. He's the worst fucking programmer in America. The idea that he still has a job is all you need to know about that place, and they are stuck.
Broadcast, not podcast. Broadcast.
Oh, is that Felger going after podcasts? Yeah, there you go. Another guy. Time is. That's the thing about them. You're right. The time is just past them. They don't even realize it anymore. So, I mean, I'd like to. We should get some sound from Mutt and Jerry and their shit show and make fun of it once in a while. But that fucking totally triggers me when I hear those guys shitting on my show and shitting on you and shitting on me and what we're doing. We're trying to do something different, and they go in and do the same shitty show every day and wonder why they're getting their fucking asses kicked by another shitty show. Look in the fucking mirror. Stop blaming everyone else. Jerry's blamed everybody. Castiglione, the broadcast, me, politics, program directors, signals. We're not on the profit. For Christ's sakes.
That's Sue O'Connell.
Turn the fucking phone off. What are we doing here? Watches? We're doing movement?
Yes.
All right, good. I like movement watches. I like you have yours on today?
No, I didn't put it on this morning
I
on
forgot to
accident.
as well, which is why I was running. Actually, it's in the car. I took it off. Can I wear it when I'm running? Is that okay?
I was wearing mine yesterday when I was doing dishes.
They're so
And got a
comfortable
little
you
bit of
won't
water
even
on it,
notice
but
it's on.
Why have you
It's
not
true,
got
though.
one yet?
I've gotten into the shower several times.
We've heard
with it
this,
on.
Steve. We've heard. We got to get a second layer to this movement thing. We got
I
the
added
shower
the dishes.
Thing. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. You got out of the shower.
I've exposed it to all kinds of water.
I mean,
He does the dishes
you're
in the
torturing this watch. Jesus.
But it still works. That's how tough these fucking watches
You're saying
are.
it takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's
Okay,
exactly
good.
what I'm saying.
All right, stop what you're doing. Look down at your left wrist. I forgot mine after my run. It's in the car. Our friends at Movement Watches have got exactly what you're missing. Movement has you covered with tons of quality, clean, all-around good-looking watches. Get it done right now. Go, Blind Mike, you're a new man now. You need a new wardrobe. I heard the Minifan guys saying this. It's true now that you've lost all this weight.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get a nice watch to look like, to sort of step
I like
up.
it.
When you and what's the girlfriend's name?
Alba.
Alba?
Alba, yeah.
A-L-B-A?
Yeah.
What is that?
Albanian.
That's her name?
Yeah. Alba from Albania.
Oh, it's not short for Albania.
No.
Oh.
Her full name is Alba.
Is she born in America?
No, she was born in Albania. She moved here when she was like 12.
Okay, right. I understand now. Okay,
I ordered her when she was like 12.
It's all coming together. All right, with over 2 million watches sold worldwide, Movement has solidified themselves one of the fastest growing watch brands out there. Lots of sunglasses, watch straps, so you can never run out of that as well. And they start at $95. I got mine for, I think, $110. Steve spent more, of course. You're guaranteed to find something that you love that will not break your bank. And you want to go out, you want to have dinner, you want to go have a good time. You bring the watch with you. Bachelor party, yeah, you want to look like $1 million, do it. Here's what you do. 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/Kirk. That's MVMT. Keeps growing. Check out their expanding collection. Go to mvmt.com/Kirk. 15% off today. Join the movement. I'm trying to remember. When did we do the TV show? Was that was right when I supposedly was going to leave I'm asking Sue. I was going to leave EEI and start this wonderful new show on radio.com, so I was promoting it at the time. That worked out well. So I went on Sue's show so it must have been like November, maybe?
November, I think it's November, yeah.
It was the same day I did your show, Steve.
Yes, I was filling in for Howie, and you did at Studio H, and then you went right over to her studio.
That's right.
Media whirlwind.
So I was...
Two of the biggest media talents in one day.
And you did GBH that week, too. You did...
I did a whole liberal... And I did both. Well, I like to cover both sides.
Yeah.
So I'll do, I'm an equal opportunity pleaser and offender at the same time. So Sue is here. She's the host of the Take on, is that right?
Yeah.
The Take on
So
NECN.
far. NECN.
What do you mean?
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
That's
in
true,
showbiz.
I guess.
She was worried earlier this week that she'd been fired because the brass wasn't getting back to her to give her permission.
Yeah, so what was that about?
I don't know. They must have been busy working on other things because they just couldn't call me back.
Of course, Sue came in. She's a good. I had her on the late podcast as well. Enough About Me. Got great feedback for that. So I saw her respond to this tweet after this ridiculous pandering Elizabeth Warren thing, where she's going to give $30 billion to every gay person who ever lived because they didn't. I don't explain this. Sue is a lesbian
so far.
Well, but what's the? I don't want to screw up the term. Am I okay calling you a lesbian?
Yes, you're okay calling me a lesbian.
So you're part of the...
I'm a part of the LGBTQIAZXLMNT.
You're the lead-off hitter. You're the L. You're L. You're first.
I'm L, yes.
Yes.
We had a fight for that, too, because the gay men wouldn't let us
Was that true?
Yeah, it used to be just gay. And newspapers were like the gay community news. And then the lesbians were like, yo, we're here.
Right.
And then it became GL.
That
and
doesn't
then
sound the
bisexuals. Yeah, so... See, because we raised you right now.
Yeah, LG
it's
sounds
L
better
first.
than GL.
Yeah,
GLQ. So, okay. So, I was about to ask you how long you've been gay for. But what I meant was, how long have you been?
Do you have to get your card punched? That's
how
really
long? Are you hot in here?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Okay,
Yeah.
because the air's not on, right?
No, I don't think we have.
Are you worried about because of the sound from yesterday? Is this your fucking...
It's better sound quality without the AC on. Do you need it on?
I would rather have a shitty show and be cold than have a good show.
I can go have them turn the AC on.
No, it's fine. But I don't want our guests to be.
No, I'm fine.
The listeners would rather you.
Have you had the opportunity to meet Blind Mike?
I
yet?
layered. What?
Have you met Blind Mike?
I did indeed.
There you go.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Kind of,
Mike.
were you intimidated meeting a media legend like Blind Mike? Or no? Was it okay?
It was kind of exciting.
When did you come out of the closet?
I came out when I was 24, like in 1984, 85.
Okay, so back then that
was a big deal.
This was still, I mean, that's still a big deal now. I understand, but it's
there weren't a lot of gay people out. Like
Right.
there weren't any celebrities that even Liberace.
No, he pretended he
was
had,
was a mama's boy.
Rock Hudson was still all that stuff.
All that stuff. So it was a pretty big deal, and I think like you, it's impossible for me to be something or be someone without actually being.
Did you date
out
guys
about
in
it.
high school? Or?
Yeah, I was very popular. I was engaged twice. I was very popular in high school.
So when you're engaged to these, who I don't want to name these guys, but so you're engaged to guy number 2. Say, do you know the whole time that you're attracted to women?
No. No, I mean,
Oh, really?
No, because I think it's also, I think where you are with your sexual orientation or your gender expression is also a result of the times, right? So it was the 70s and the 80s, and people were doing a lot of things with a lot of people.
True.
Studio 54 was like just, you walked in there and you were pansexual. Not that I ever got into Studio 54.
I understand.
So it was the 70s were a time of sexual liberation for lots of folks.
Sure.
And I think that the thought that you might be attracted to another a member of your same gender didn't necessarily put a label on you.
Okay.
So I didn't necessarily think that I was this closeted lesbian in high school. I just thought
were you doing lots of drugs and
yeah, I mean, it was the 70s and the 80s. I mean,
are we talking like threesomes and foursomes and orgies? Or?
Well, how do we get to drugs to orgies? I mean,
well, you said it was a wild time sexually. You said, did I not hear that?
She did, yeah.
Yes, no.
I did say that, but
I had that in my mind.
She came
all
in
the
here to
time.
talk about public policy.
I'm going to get there. She knows who she's on with.
I'm not surprised.
She knows where we're going.
It was a wild time, Kirk, and when my memoir comes out,
I would read that memoir in 2 seconds.
Give you a couple of chapters on the wild time.
So walk me through where I'm wrong about this. So Elizabeth Warren, the senior senator from the great state of Massachusetts, and a panderer, you would agree.
Well, she's a politician.
She's a politician.
So everyone's a politician's a panderer.
Pledges this weekend to, which I don't know how she came up with $50 million either, but $50 million to basically $57 million to reimburse the gay couples who are now married who weren't married before from tax purposes. Am I wrong?
No, you're ballpark right. Okay, so here's what she's suggesting. And this is a good lesson for us to learn while we're here in Massachusetts enjoying the bounty of recreational marijuana.
Yes.
Which is legal here in Massachusetts.
Which Mike does. You do plenty of it?
Oh, yeah.
I think
do you really
high.
or no?
Oh, yeah.
You think he's high right now? Does it help your eyesight or no?
No.
It does not at all?
Come on, Mike. It helps
well, I don't know.
It helps your eyesight.
I mean, yes.
It's for your eyesight, right?
Yes.
How's it working? I've seen you walk. It doesn't seem like it's been very effective.
He's getting the
Now
cheap
I'm
stuff.
spotting dimes.
Okay, go ahead. So we're in Massachusetts. Go
We're
ahead.
in Massachusetts, where marijuana is legal for recreational use,
Yes.
right? So let's just say that the federal government, since they think that they believe and enforce that it's illegal, marijuana is illegal by federal government standards.
Correct.
Right? So you can't take marijuana from Massachusetts and drive it to a state where it's illegal and expect that it's going to be legal.
Right.
Okay, so let's say you got a fine for taking your legal
transporting it
marijuana,
to wherever.
transporting
Right.
it to, I'm not even sure what state, Rhode Island, for example. I don't know if it's legal or not. And the Supreme Court of the United States decides that was a gross.
The arrest itself was
The fine, yeah,
right.
Against the United States Constitution. Let's say that there's something in the Constitution about trans-state travel, or transport, which there's all these crazy amendments in there.
For the record, I'm already confused. But
all
go
right,
ahead.
and they decide, that was wrong. Kirk should not have been fined because it's a violation of the Constitution.
Okay.
You would say, well, then I want my money back.
I guess that's true.
Right?
Sure. Yes.
So if you got married in the state of Massachusetts as a same-sex couple, or in the other states before the United States Supreme Court ruling saying that marriage was between same sexes was okay and constitutional, that's the important part here, the constitutional part. Elizabeth Warren is simply saying that if you got married during that time period, not since the beginning of time, but just in a state where same-sex marriage was legal, you should be able to take advantage of the tax deductions that married couples can during that time period.
This seems to me to set a very slippery precedent, though. It just feels like this opens up a lot of stuff.
Well, how do you feel about reparations in general? How do you feel about the reparations towards those who are descendants of enslaved people?
I am honestly against them because I think they're almost impossible to legislate. I totally understand why they would feel that way, but I think it's just how is that enforced?
This is possible to legislate, though. What Elizabeth Warren is suggesting.
I'll be honest with you. If we're going to line them up, I said this yesterday. If we're going to go in order of who should get money first, I'm going with the slave descendants over the.
Well, how about women? We've been paid a whole lot less than men have since.
Give me one example. I don't think that's true. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. But no, I know what you're saying. But so I guess my question is, when do we stop doing?
Maybe
this?
we don't.
Well, then we have no money left.
We got plenty of money. We got plenty of money for wars. We got plenty of money
I'm with
for
you on
building
that.
a wall
Get rid of them.
that we already have that we're going to protect. We have plenty, and I say plenty of money. I don't mean we have plenty of money.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
When we need money to do things, suddenly we find it. And this is actually $57 million is not a lot of money.
Right.
Okay. So all Elizabeth Warren is saying, and she said this before she was running for president, she said this when the Supreme Court ruling came down, is that gay couples, same-sex couples who get legally married in a state where the marriage was recognized should be able to partake in the same federal benefits as same-sex, as differently sexed.
Okay, let me go back for a second just to the reparations for the African Americans. I can't even imagine how you can calculate that. I'm all for trying to get a number together, but how is that possible?
Well, that's why it's important.
We're talking about trillions. Am I wrong? I don't know.
Well, what happens if you're an African who moved to the United States in 1950 or 1970, or or a descendant of one of those individuals? What if you're just you're black and you live in America, but you're not a descendent of slaves?
I guess my other question is and I don't know. I should know more about this. Should Michael Jordan get money?
Should Michael Jordan get Social Security when he retires? He does.
I guess. I don't know.
I think we can all agree on means testing Social Security.
Right.
Well, I guess. I
don't plan on taking it. Honestly, I don't. I really don't. I used to hear. I'm not going to bring him up. Blind Mike's a big fan of his. Bill O'Reilly. Blind Mike this weekend, by the way, is all upset, Sue, because he didn't get to see Louis C.K. in concert. Well, first of all, he can't see anything, but he didn't get a chance to listen to Louis C.K. in concert. This rapist, asshole.
Not a rapist.
Did he force himself sexually on women against their will?
No, he didn't.
Well, he masturbated in front of her.
He pinned.
No, he did not.
He didn't do this thing with the door where he's masturbating in these women.
No, he asked for consent in every situation.
Okay.
And there's stories.
Okay. So I'm sure the women were like, "Oh yeah,
yes,
boy, that would be great." Yeah, you're 3 times the size of me. Yeah, You're Louis C.K. and I'm some comedian who's trying to survive here. Yeah. Oh, what I'd like you to do right now is watch your fat ass masturbate in front of me.
Ari Shaffir and Joe Rogan.
Is that the stupidest thing?
Now I'm hot.
How stupid? She's ready to convert. She's ready to convert. She's turning straight over this.
Really...
is that the stupidest thing you ever heard in your life?
It is and it isn't. I agree. I agree with both of you. In Louis C.K.'s mind, and out of his mouth, he did ask for consent.
He asked for consent.
His mind,
and Ari Shaffir and Joe Rogan have both told stories that if you hear the other side, if you hear the women explain that story, Louis and them were texting and flirting back and forth with each other. There's more to it than people realize.
But to your point, he's also a big man who's in a hotel room with 2 writers.
I'm not saying he's a great guy.
Would you say in this scenario, take
for it
it
to be
easy.
Harvey Weinstein and then Louis?
I didn't say that.
Why can't he just go away for a little while? Why?
That's the other thing.
No. This is not a little
while.
while.
Like 6 months. Here's the other thing. Do you think in that situation? He's the powerful person in that situation.
Yes.
So come on.
Well, I understand, and it's not. It's a wrong way to behave, but it's like what's the punishment?
So
Should he never come out of his house?
How was this?
You didn't get to see it.
I didn't get to see it. I wasn't. I was at the comedy festival, but I wasn't there at the time that he was on. So
it's weird. Did you ever experience this professionally? You were in the entertainment forever. Did you have bosses do this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the part that's it's hard to live in a world. When you're a young person, this is true for everybody, you enter into your young adulthood and you're living in a world that was not created with your consent, right?
Sure.
All of us, right? You just show up at work one day and it's fine for your boss to talk about his sexual conquest last night in front of you, or it's fine for him to take you for a ride and say, hey, you want to go for a ride and help me get a pack of cigarettes, and you think you're going for a ride to get a pack of cigarettes, and they pull over into a rest area and go, oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
That happened
to me all the time in my last job.
Did it really happen to you for real?
Yeah, absolutely, it happened on a regular basis.
See, this is why I am so fucking when this Me Too thing happened. And I almost feel like not partly responsible, but I had honestly no idea.
Well, here's the thing:
the amount of shit happened like this.
The thing that's hard to understand about this is that it's not all guys, but it's a bunch of guys who do it all the time. Right, so that's the difference. So it might be 10% of men who act like this, but they act like this 100% of the time.
Right.
So they're doing it to everybody.
Yeah, I would guess that far more often than not, the guys you've dealt with were good guys. But it's the 10% or the 15% who.
Yeah, in the radio and record business,
that's different.
In the 80s,
Radios,
I remember being at an Atlantic Records party at a hotel room in L.A. and a bunch of cheerleaders. I'm not sure which cheerleaders they were, if they were basketball cheerleaders or football cheerleaders. They had a CD out, and they came dressed in their cheerleading outfits, and the record promotion people there were just totally harassing them. And they were like, we're here to promote our music. We're here to promote our thing. And the guys were just complete pigs to them. And they thought it was a professional environment because they were going to this event. Right. And it's,
that's the industry where I'm most surprised has not had, like, the music Me Too thing is not, my whole life I've been reading books and watching documentaries about how these guys were banging, like, passed out drunk.
But there was also, yes.
Like, but these 18, 19-year-old girls who were wasted and they were fucking them and all this shit's going, guys are marrying, like, 16-year-olds. What's his face in the Rolling Stones? Married, was it Bill Wyman? Didn't Bill Wyman marry like
one of them did? I don't know.
Jerry Lee Lewis married a friggin' 13-year-old cousin.
Yep.
I mean, like
Mick Fleetwood.
Mick Fleetwood, yeah. I mean, you hear about these guys who do this horrendous shit.
When Mick Jagger has to show up to save your kids from you, it's not a good sign.
That's
not a good thing.
Now, Blind Mike's fine with it, but I mean, the rest of us have real moral objections to it.
Well, Sue, you said that Louis C.K. just needs to go away for a little while. Like, what is the appropriate amount of time after you get found out for jerking off in front of people?
So that's the other thing. So what's the appropriate? So I think we all agree, except for Mike, that Harvey Weinstein is a monster. Like, Mike had lunch with him this week.
See, this is my problem. This is why I defend Louis.
But so Harvey Weinstein obviously should go to jail forever, and we should never hear from him again. He's scum. But like, it's a good question. So Weinstein's here. Oh, the other greatest offenders. I'd even put Lauer there.
Lauer's definitely
for
up
sure.
there.
Charlie Rose is a fucking scumbag. But is Louis C.K.'s, if we all agree on something, does somebody like that need to go away for the rest of their lives and never make money again?
No, I don't think that, but I think that there's got to be, and this is just to be transparent, whether it's legitimate or not, he needs to go, or authentic or not, he needs to go through some public catharsis about this. He needs to go through some public.
But I think that's what he's trying to do with his stand-up.
Listen to Mike get all worked up.
But you didn't even get to see him. How do you know?
From what I know, I didn't get to see him.
Give me one of the jokes. Give me one of the jokes he told that.
Are you making fun of him because he's blind?
Yeah, why are you blind shaming him, Sue? Jesus,
you didn't even get to hear him.
Give me
It's not fair either because Sue's an admitted racist. We all know.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
That's a good point. But see, the catharsis that I'm going through.
Are you still racist?
I still benefit from a racist society.
Oh,
yes.
God. Jesus, you're unbelievable.
I do.
So the people who don't know this, so Sue came on. I went on Sue's show. And in classic Kirk Minihane fashion, immediately turned the tables. Like I was not interested in having it. Do you have it, Steve, or no?
No.
Okay. So
isn't there like an auto-tune version of it?
Want to reenact it? We can sing it. We can do a musical version of it. Where I said to Sue, well, are you racist? Because she was saying, she wasn't even calling me racist. She was asking questions of fairness. Like I could tell right away, we talked for a few minutes before I went on, and I was like, oh, she's cool. We're going to have fun, like whatever. So, but I said, well, are you racist? And she said, yeah, I am. And I thought, well, I don't really have anything else to say then. I was gobsmacked.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. It is a great tactic. You're just like, yeah.
I'm not sure it's a great move.
Well,
really,
I saw you on Browdy, and I saw you ask Browdy the day before, earlier in the week, and I thought, I know he's going to ask me. So what am I going to say? And I hadn't really come up with an answer. I just knew you were going to ask me.
So if I ask you now if you're racist, your answer is what?
It still is yes. It's still I benefit I'm benefiting from a racist society.
But you don't. But we have a different
benefit.
I understand, but you don't think. So when I think of it, I think of if there's a black person here and a white person here, you don't care.
I don't have a tiki torch at home.
Well, that's extreme. But that's extreme. There are layers to it.
But that's the issue. It doesn't have to be this. I'm out, with a tiki torch.
No, but I'd say that. So a Klansman is a 10, right? And a 1 or a 2 is a guy who, if his daughter brought home a black guy, would make him a little uncomfortable.
I'd make that a 4 or 5, actually.
Really? I'm not even saying that he would say you can't.
No, but there are scales, just like Louis C.K.
Right.
There are also scales.
So where are you on that?
I think I'm a 1
An 8
or
or
a 2.
9? Yeah, I agree.
Well, you also benefit from liberal privilege because you can say to Kirk Minihane, yeah, I'm racist. And it's just like everyone just accepts
if I said it, my life would be over. My life would be over.
Well, it should be.
That's
true. It's
not unreasonable.
Look at where we are. Look at where you brought me.
You're platforming Kirk right now.
This isn't right. This is not right.
You're enabling him.
I'm actually, she's almost talked to me. I'm almost okay with the $57 million.
See, it's nothing. It's nothing.
I was going to say that if she just pitched it as a tax cut.
Why don't you run for president? You're so much. Honestly, wouldn't you vote for Sue?
I would vote for myself.
Over Elizabeth Warren, absolutely.
That's how the Supreme Court decision was. Edie Windsor, it was a tax situation. Like it was a rich people problem that Edie Windsor, her wife died and she wasn't able to take advantage of the tax code because the federal government didn't recognize her marriage. The right for same-sex couples to marry is based on tax code. It's not based on civil rights. It's based on tax code.
But don't you think, I think, so I just want to say, I am. You guys can both confirm I'm a gay icon, correct?
This is true.
It's true.
Did you see the pictures of people marching
the
with
Portland
Kirk
Pride
Minihane
Parade? They had
signs at the
pictures of me with the
Portland
gay
Pride Parade?
icon. When I was in California in 2006, I voted for the
marriage.
I voted
Bring
yes
it
or
back.
no.
You voted the
You
gay
voted the
way.
right way.
I voted
Yes,
the right way,
the gay way,
which was kind of at the time, I have to say,
brave.
A lot more brave, like than say like a Harvey Milk or somebody. Like I was I was sort of the real gay icon that nobody gives me credit for. Fine, I'm not looking for it, but like when people say now. Don't you agree? Then people say now, like, "Oh, I'm fine with civil unions." That's just homophobia.
Listen, there was a great moment. There's a great moment in Massachusetts. I wish I had been able to like put it on a board where all of the mostly Democrat, almost majority Democrat lawmakers in the state, right, were against same-sex marriage. We had all these constitutional conventions, but there was a moment when they figured out that it wasn't. This wasn't going to go their way. And then suddenly, just before like the next constitutional convention, they all said, "Yeah, we're pro-marriage."
Right. President Obama was like that.
And in their Wikipedia pages, on their State House pages, when they campaign, I was for pro-equality. And we're like, just before the boat went, boop.
That's what gets me about the last election, though, is because Donald Trump is the most pro-gay president we've ever had at the time of his election.
He's the most pro-everything. He's the most pro-war. He's the most pro-peace.
But I mean, if you just look at it.
But you'd agree that I maybe wouldn't, but I don't think Donald Trump gives a shit if someone's gay or straight.
No, I don't think.
Mike Pence, on the other hand, is a different.
Oh, no, Mike
under his eye.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Pence is really, really attracted to women. He loves. Well, he's Mike.
Loves
women.
Yeah.
Somebody who's that anti-gay is definitely. Oh, he's total cocksman.
Yeah,
loves the brides.
I think that the earlier Donald Trump, before he was a
you
candidate,
interviewed Trump.
I did. He told me that we could expect forward motion on LGBT equality, and so far it's been. That's what he's for forward motion. He gives us backward motion.
How bad is when I hear this? How bad has it been for that community with Trump as president? Has it been real?
It's been most harmful to the transgender community in that the rollback of
the military,
in the military, in housing. If you're in a domestic violence situation and you go to a federal funded shelter, if you're trans, they may not let you in.
That's state by state.
Yeah,
right.
but that's also but they get federal funding, so that's what designates it. There are these terrible situations of couples, same-sex couples, who have used surrogates out of the country to have children.
Sure.
And one of the kids is able to come in, but the other isn't able to come into the country because they're not necessarily.
They have twins or something?
Yeah, they're not necessarily designating them.
Almost a good thing, though. I can't imagine having twins. Like, I'd probably want to have the second one like 3 or 4 years later. I've had. It's like
especially the first year.
I can't. How many kids do you have?
Just one.
You have one. How old? You're
18.
Oh, 18. Off to school?
No. We're on a different path, as we like to say.
Boy or girl?
I see he was on a different path, too. He's like, yeah, I'm on a different path.
Look where he is now. Boy or girl?
Girl.
I can't. So my daughter's 12 now, and we are now entering these teenage years, and I am terrified.
So do you talk with her about sex education and gender and stuff? Do you guys have like a... I see, no.
Well, I know.
He has me come over to do that.
Sue would be proud. I took my 13-year-old niece to the Boston Pride Parade.
Excellent. And so look at all those bankers.
Why can't I be proud?
Look
of
at all those bankers in polo shirts.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very commercialized.
Look at all those Montessori schools.
Like, does the inner liberal in you have a problem with the commercialized nature?
It looks like a golf tournament.
It's like you've got Lyft and JetBlue. It's just one big advertisement.
You have to admit
corporate
that's
America.
a pandering fest.
Oh, it is absolutely. Listen, NBC, 10 Boston, NECN, and Telemundo, my employers were major sponsors, community sponsors, media sponsors, and I keep trying to change jobs so I don't have to go to Gay Pride. Like that's like my whole. I'm like tired. I've been going to Gay Pride since like 1985.
Are you sort of the go-to gay person? In that situation?
Well, I did have sort of like a swear jar at my desk,
right?
So if a colleague I didn't interact with often would come up and go, "Hey, Sue, I have a question for you," and I'd say, "Is it a gay question? You have to give me a quarter." And it was inevitably.
What is a gay question?
A gay question is what's the IQ stand for, or what's the A stand for, or if I say LGBT at the beginning, do I have to say it in the middle? Can I just say gay marriage? Can it be marriage equality? I mean, I'm like professionally gay. I'm the gay fact checker.
Not married, right?
No.
Never get married.
I doubt it.
So you're not getting a dime of this.
I'm not. You see, I'm not getting nothing. It's for my community. I'm giving. I'm a giver.
Why no marriage?
It's when you're growing up and as a young adult, and marriage isn't something you can have.
Right.
It really changes your perspective on what your relationship is like and whether you want. I mean, I don't know if I had been straight or if the same-sex marriage had been legal, if I would be looking at marriage. But I never, ever looked at having weddings. I never looked at wedding gowns. I never looked at the celebrations.
Right.
Those were never things that were appealing to me.
Were your parents? Do you have the kind of parents that you could have told them when you were 15 they would have been cool with it, or no?
I don't think my dad passed away when I was 15, but my dad was an Irish truck driver from Cambridge, so I'm not necessarily sure that
Right.
he would. But my mom was totally supportive.
Yeah. She's still around or no?
No, she passed away.
No,
They were both born in 1920, so you know.
Yeah, but still, your dad died pretty young.
Yeah,
then, no?
yeah. My dad died when I was 15. Yeah.
Jeez. How about your parents, Mike? How's your dad doing?
Mike's
dad.
No idea.
Mike's dad doesn't talk to him. They have no relationship at all.
It's not totally true. We talk sometimes.
Okay. Anyway, but
once every 6 months.
But anyway, but I was saying with my daughter is these teenage years are going to be a nightmare. This is all true. Like there are days where she's like, I'm the like her favorite person on earth. Then like 3 minutes later,
Yeah,
she
you just
hates
can't
me.
take it personally. I
take it personally.
You can't. I mean, that's the whole thing. The whole thing about parenting successfully is to not take it personally.
I'm trying. It's easier. It is. I hate to say it. I know I'm gender assigning. It is easier with boys, though. I'm sorry. It's easier with boys. My son's a moron. He's a hurricane. I love him, but he's just a maniac, and he goes and runs around.
Yeah, just wait until he joins like a gang or something, and he's coming home with guns.
Yeah, those Lexington gangs are they're insane.
He'll start
They have
one.
this thing called the interweb where they can join a gang like anywhere, like ISIS or
Yeah, it's
the
young Minihane is going to join ISIS.
He's gone to a few meetings for ISIS. He's not. It's like the old communist days. He's not.
the lovely incels.
Yes.
We love the incels.
But you see with these girls now and boys, teenagers, in that age, is they'll sit in the back of the car. I'll be driving them somewhere, and they're both on their phones and they're laughing, but they're communicating with each other on the phone. They're next to each other. I'm like, what am I? What, can't you just talk to each other? I know I'm old.
Didn't you used to pass notes to your siblings? Do you have siblings? Didn't you
Yes.
Yes. It's
I
the same
guess.
thing.
Is it the same thing?
It's the same thing.
They're just communicating without you listening.
It's true though. It's the same. It's like with like music. Like I put on Kate's playing her music, and I'm like, this is terrible. Just like my dad did and his dad did.
No Billie Eilish for you? You don't like the Billie Eilish?
No, I like
Ariana Grande.
I like Ed Sheeran.
Ed's good. Yeah.
I'll say some Taylor Swift is not bad.
I've
Mike?
totally ruined Ed Sheeran for my daughter because I said my Ed Sheeran was Elton John. So she's like, "Oh my God, is that what's going to happen to Ed
Wait, is Ed
Sheeran?
Sheeran gay?
No, just in general of like.
Why do you look at it that way? He's an artist.
Well, no, you said Elton John.
Yeah,
is that the first thing you think when you hear Elton John?
Oh,
a little
Steve,
flamboyant.
Shame on you.
Why not? Why knock Elton John? Why knock Elton John down on the historical peg though? Is he didn't write the lyrics to his songs.
Yeah, Bernie Taupin.
Bernie Taupin wrote all the lyrics. Elton does the music. So that's why you have to knock him. For me, he goes down like 2 or 3 pegs. You see
I
the
had
movie?
dinner with Bernie Taupin once.
You did?
Yeah, it was tremendous. It was great.
So he's like not even. So you said his name. I know it. Nobody knows that name, but yet he's responsible.
Well, during the 70s, it was all the albums were Elton John and Bernie Taupin. And when you opened up these things called albums,
I remember them.
The vinyl was inside, and you would open them up like a magazine.
Although
and
they're
there'd
back
be
now.
A big picture of Elton and a big picture of Bernie Taupin. So they were very, very. Lennon and McCartney to us growing up, but then they kind of broke up and went their separate ways.
But that's the thing with like, so there's no albums anymore. There's no, like, it's now just songs. Like somebody like Kate likes a song, then she moves on from that artist. They don't really follow artists.
Yeah,
am I wrong, Mike?
Cardi B she was the biggest artist like last year and didn't have an album.
Yeah, and this little Nas X guy will never make another song.
I love
you know what
him.
I mean?
It's a good song though.
Yeah, it is a great.
When
I'll admit, I like
two
that song.
one-hit wonders get together, there's
That's true.
magic.
That is.
When you get Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil
I got to
Nas,
admit,
man.
like Kate, I actually like that song. I can't help
love
it. It's catchy.
I don't get why it's a joke. Like I love the song.
Well, I think I don't think it's exactly deep. But it's not. It's not Neil Young, but it's
not I'm sexy and I know it, but it's right up there.
What am I going to get Wednesday and Thursday? I cannot wait. I love Trainwreck Television. I'm going to get 2 nights of shitty debates with all these idiots on stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, what are we doing here? Why? First of all, I can't wait. Trump's going to be great reacting to it. He's going to be tweeting live, I'm sure.
True.
You're going to have, is it 10 and 10 both nights?
Yes.
10 and 10, but they mix
20,
it up,
20
right?
candidates. They tried to make a
So it's not the JV and the
debate.
varsity.
They
right.
tried to make it perfectly equitable, but what you ended up with is Elizabeth Warren in one debate with a bunch of lesser-known people,
And Biden.
and then Biden and Kamala and some of the top-tier
5,
candidates.
yeah.
Yes.
Where's Pete?
Mayor Pete's in the top tier.
Okay, that's my guy.
That's
I'm
your guy?
supporting. I am close to endorsing Mayor Pete.
Why are you telling her that? Like she's going to like
he's gay.
you
Well,
because he's gay?
Yes, obviously. What am I?
He's neat because he wears a polo shirt and he's very neat.
I cannot vote for Donald Trump. I can't. I believe he is sexually assaulting women. If Blind Mike is fine with that.
Jean Carroll?
Jean Carroll, I'm.
Did you see her on CNN yesterday?
Not a great performance. But
she might have been drinking.
But we're now at the point where
I'd be drinking if that had happened to me.
Donald
I'd be
Trump
drinking
put,
every day.
Donald Trump put his penis in you 30 years ago. I mean,
as she said in the article, she isn't exactly sure, which I think was a huge shade to
that's not
Trump.
a good sign. Although Trump has big hands, like he said, so I don't know. But you know, but now we're at the point now where this also makes me uncomfortable because now we're starting to embarrass this woman. Like, so if she's telling the truth, we're now at the point where now we're saying that she's ugly. That's all over the place. She's drunk. She's stupid. She's writing a book. She's motivated by. Well, what if she's telling the truth?
Well, that's the thing. Yesterday, people on Twitter were coming after me saying, "Why won't you just tell Kirk that you think this woman's a liar?" And I'm like, "Well, because I don't think there's anything to be won from jumping up and down and screaming."
But maybe you think she's lying. That's okay. Like, I think that's okay. But
I just don't think that there's any value in saying, "Hey, this woman's lying." Obviously, she had a traumatic experience, and I can just be quiet about it. Like, why am I compelled to come out and say I think this woman is a liar?
Well, you can if you think that, but I'm not sure she is or she isn't. But all I know is the volume of accusations at some point has to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'll say it as every person listening to you probably is thinking right now. It's the same with Bill Clinton, right? You know, when it gets to a certain point, if it's one person, I mean, everyone should be believed. Everyone should be investigated. Like there's this two part. Like someone says they're assaulted in any way, you believe them. You take what they have to say. If it can be investigated, it's investigated. If they're making an accusation against someone who has a history of having these accusations, it really doesn't matter whether you believe them or not because they're probably telling you the truth.
But here's the counter to it, and I think there's something to this, is that now if you're accused, so somebody can come out today and say that Steve, when he was working for Howie Carr, some intern who didn't like him for some reason, I don't think they're going to do this. You know, he put his hands on her breast or something.
That actually happened to me earlier today with Steve.
His life.
You consented to that, Mike.
His life is over then.
Not if Steve says she should be listened to, she should be heard. We should investigate it.
No,
it's not
his life's over. His life's over.
I think
now that being said, I just don't believe that, and maybe I'm naive. Like I don't believe that women wake up one day and say, "You know, I'm just going to say I was raped." Like why not? Like
it's not usually, but there's one in every million.
Sure,
right, so
I know.
Right,
it's a Louis C.K. accuses.
We have one out of 16. How's that? Right. So there's 16 women have accused Trump.
Do you think
Trump?
Do you think Trump at some point sexually assaulted one of these women?
Wrong.
Yes.
So do I. So I mean, like
what does it matter
for everyone else? They're like their careers are ruined. Trump, I don't know what it is. It's just sheer willpower or something. Trump just rolls through everything. McCain, grab him by the pussy. It doesn't. Nothing. It's fascinating to watch.
Because the agenda. Because first of all, I think he's there's something wrong with him. I mean, I've said.
Obviously, he's unbalanced.
No. I mean, I think
I moved on her like a bitch.
Yeah, it's not. That's
some sort of dementia that's happening. So
Somebody's doing the raping, Don. I mean.
Well, you think he has actual dementia?
Yeah, I do. I think that if he, and I've said this before, I think that if he were a member of our family, we would be having an intervention meeting and bringing him to the best doctors at Mass General to have him tested. If he were our grandfather, if he were our dad, if he were
he's
uncle,
the president. Don't you think he has top medical treatment?
Right. Remember his top medical treatment? Remember that? The crazy doctor.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bragging up on the
That's a good point. That's a good point. That guy's a top-notch doctor. Trump said that. I forgot about that time. That doctor was great.
No, we're talking about his personal family doctor, Brownstein, but then also the VA doctor.
The VA doctor, Ronnie,
who had to resign.
I mean, it's basically,
the guy said he was in great shape.
Who said he was in the same shape as Colin Kaepernick? Do you remember that? He had the same height,
I thought it was Brady. Was it Kaepernick?
No, it was Kaepernick. He weighs exactly the same as Kaepernick.
He's 6'3", 260. Yeah, I don't see.
He seemed with it when I met him. He's always very nice to me, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
I've had one interview with Trump. We had him on. He actually filled in for Brady while he was running, because when Brady was suspended for Deflategate, he was running in New Hampshire, so we had him on. And what I found odd about it was if you interrupted him in the middle of it, he would actually stop. He would listen to you. He would answer your. It was. I'm honest. I was like, I expected this bombastic.
No, my interview with him was great too.
He's like super cordial.
He's
really good at that.
Definitely a professional. When it comes
did you watch him with
media.
Stephanopoulos a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Like he was actually like I thought he was better than Stephanopoulos, who was like sitting there like a.
Well, you know what I think is hard though, and this is true for Chuck Todd this week as well. It's really hard when you're sitting across from someone, especially if it's the president of the United States, and they're saying things that are completely factually untrue.
It's hard to fact check
over and over and over again. Are you just going to interrupt everything that he says?
And you're also fact checking in your head. There's a lot
and
going
someone's
on.
talking to you in your ear saying,
"Are we going to get Trump on or no?"
Yeah, we're going to try. Yeah. I got some emails into the White House.
Are we going to get
tough.
Trump on? Yes or no?
It's the most sought after interview on the fucking planet. Yeah,
Steve,
we're going to
job
try.
is to get him on. I don't care about how tough it is to get him on.
We will get him on.
I mean, look, I have two. I mean,
if you were gay, you could get him on. I'm sure you would be like.
I could convert.
You could say I'm the gay
it's a
producer.
conversation I'd have to have.
Do you think Mike Pence is a closet homosexual?
I think that anyone who has that type of reaction and anger to gay people is dealing with issues.
Did you see? Did
well,
you see
anger that you don't want them to do anything?
But that strikes me as like an anti-Christian thing because Mike Pence doesn't want anyone to go to hell.
Steve, Mike Pence has said that he will not allow himself to be alone in a room with a woman
because he can't.
That is the most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
Has Mike Pence ever gotten in trouble? With
kind
of accusation.
But if I'm interviewing for a job, right? So let's pretend he's not the vice president of the United States. He's the vice president of some of a speaker company, and I want to go in for a job. I have to sit with and interview the vice president with his wife because he can't be alone.
No, I mean that's a fair point.
Let's say that Sue. Right. Let's say that Sue is the Secretary of Energy. Okay, and they want to have a meeting one night or dinner or whatever just to go over something he's in the. So he's like, okay, no problem. Let's make sure Karen's in town and bring her in.
He just wants some witnesses to it. But I think that's a fair point. But I also think
fucked
that
up or no?
The overall Me Too movement has hurt women in the same way.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't want to interrupt.
No. The non-Me Too movement has been raping and assaulting us and paying us less and harming us and holding us down and keeping us silent for hundreds of years.
But you will agree, though. You'd agree
2 years of saying, oh, you poor guys, you got to behave and not whip your dick out at dinner or drink too much and decide you want to.
Not easy.
The old dick in a box trick in a movie. I mean, I'm sorry, those days are over. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to behave.
I can't watch Diner anymore now. I can't appreciate. That's the Mickey Rourke move in Diner. I can't. That's the other problem now is you watch some of these movies.
Oh,
and you feel like Revenge of the Nerds.
You can't even watch Love Actually anymore or Bridget Jones, which I know you watch.
I'm okay with both of those. I've moved on. Did you ever see Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes.
So the end of Revenge of the Nerds. Have you seen it, Blind Mike?
No.
The end of Revenge of the Nerds, the original one. If you watch it.
All right, Sue. I thought you were this liberal. Everyone has to be nice to each other.
Being nice to
At the end of it, the lead nerd tricks the girl into sleeping with him by pretending he's a stud. Like he pretends he's a different person. Even like 16 Candles, the girl's blacked out during it.
See, but here's the thing that you have to remember, that these are all movies that were made by men, right? So all the narratives we have about how teenage girls are, how sexuality for women is expressed, what women's relationships are like, are told by men. This is what men wanted women to be. So they wrote these stories. They hired nice young Molly Ringwald, who's 15 at the time.
That's true. It's kind of fucked up.
Who then acts in it. She has her big breakthrough movie, 16 Candles, and that.
Breakfast
and now
Club,
she's a grown woman saying, oh my God, that was not the story of a teenage girl. That was the story of a man, a grown man, and how we wanted a teenage girl to act.
Steve, you'd be stunned if you found out Mike Pence was gay.
Yeah, I would. I would be a little stunned. I think he's just a Christian.
Prepare yourself to be stunned.
What do you think the Mike Pence sex tape is coming out?
No, but the foot tapping at the old Larry airport restroom.
There was a documentary. There was a documentary on HBO.
He has a wide stance. Okay, Sue, it's a wide stance.
There was a documentary on HBO like 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. It was called Outrage. I don't know if you saw this or not. Kirby Dick directed it, and it's this movie about all these hardcore right wing congressmen and who are fucking gay. They legislated all in the 80s. They were part of this Reagan team agenda, gay, anti-gay, anti-gay, anti-gay. It started with Craig and all the way down. And they're all gay.
Yeah, I understand the phenomenon. I'm just saying that there's part of, if you have a traditional Christian view, you can't just call someone a homophobe because they have a traditional Christian view.
What does that mean? What does traditional Christian view mean?
Where in the Bible does it say, except for those 2 lines in Leviticus, which is basically a health code, FYI, where does it say?
I have it, Corinthians 10:12. Thou'th now not putteth peniseth into assholeeth.
I mean,
there's a difference between being religious and giving that much of a shit.
Then I'm clear. Then I'm a lesbian. I'm good. That it should be. I've got no seed to spill.
I think you like guys were like fucking each other like in
absolutely they were. I'm saying
AD or something.
There's a bit of the scripture, but there's also the long-standing tradition. This is just their idea of what marriage is.
Are you a wacko Christian, Steve?
I'm not a wacko Christian.
Am I missing something? Are you a Christian?
Yes,
What would Jesus do?
I mean, of course. How would I know?
What would Jesus do?
Do you think Jesus would care if 2 guys got married today?
No.
Of course not. Why would he care?
Yes, I know, but what I'm saying is
this is not going how you expected it to go today.
No, it is. It's going exactly how I expected it to go. I think there's a little bit of bigotry amongst liberals towards Christians.
I agree with that. That's all I agree 1,000%.
So it's like if I can be fine with gay marriage, why can't you be fine with somebody who's I appreciate the law, but
because not all of them are fine with gay marriage.
Because they don't appreciate the law. That's the issue. I'm actually.
So you're saying he's like a dominionist. You think he's like Handmaid's Tale trying to impose this on.
I think he's like Aunt Lydia. I think he's totally getting down being out. No, I mean, I'm absolutely. I don't believe in anything in particular, which means that if indeed there's an afterlife, I will not be surprised. I'll just be like, oh, I get virgins. How interesting.
Well, how do you know you're going to heaven?
I mean, looking
the
around.
life you've led.
Looking around. I don't know.
That's a good point. In this room, you'll be
how
fine.
do we know? Whatever.
80s were a hell of a time.
That's true.
But but I also don't. They shouldn't be regulating their religion on me. You know,
I
that's
agree with
basically
that.
it.
Well,
So-
I'll ask you this. We'll get out of here in a minute. But like, I have no problem if some company says I don't want to bake a cake for anyone. I feel that's their right, 100%.
No, but it isn't. It's
See,
not.
now
In
you're
the it's not in the Constitution. If you want to do business,
freedom of
right?
expression.
No, it's not freedom. It's
I think
commerce.
it is.
No.
It's the Commerce Act.
It's freedom of religion because
also that.
you're asking a person to become involved in a religious ceremony.
Yeah, if
through
somebody says, if some guy
No,
says, hey, you know what? I'm just against this, and I don't want to make you a cake. To me, my reaction would be, okay, that's your right. My right is now to protest your company.
But what if you're the only cake maker in the area? What if you are?
What are the odds?
seriously,
that's not the case in Colorado.
No, but
this
is what happened to African Americans all throughout the Jim Crow area, where because let's say that you want to say
it's just different. It's
not
just
a perfect
different. It's just different. It's not.
So here's
why
the thing.
people think? Wait, no. People
Okay.
think that people marrying interracial marriage was not Christian. People believe.
Oh, people
that.
went to jail for that. We know that. Sure.
So if you think that it's your religion that there should not be interracial marriage, and you run a bed and breakfast, and or a hotel, and you're the only hotel, and some poor couple has been driving all night, and they pull up, and it's
we
a
all
white
agree
man.
We all agree that's.
But why
that's
is it
not
different?
being part of the wedding is
But
different.
Even more than being part of the wedding, you're actually giving them a room to have sex.
But you're being
That's
dishonest.
even worse.
But you're being a little intellectually dishonest. You know that's different.
No,
and somebody
I
saying I'm
don't.
not going to bake a cake for you.
No, I don't, because it's commerce.
Just
Just because it's a wedding cake. What if it's a birthday cake and they're a gay couple and it's a birthday cake for their
I
kid?
think the guy who owns it is an asshole, and he should be public. He should be shamed.
But why
professionally.
why should any consumer be?
Because it's their business.
But it's not their business. It's
Well, sure
not
it
their
is. Whose
business
business
to
is it?
discriminate.
So I disagree
against
with both
people.
of you. It fails on the
Oh my
business
gosh.
argument. It fails on the
Why?
business
How?
argument. It's about religious freedom. It's about you're compelling an act that is creative and religious by nature. Participation in a gay
So
wedding.
you're just
which he
saying the
disagrees
cake.
with.
Is it just about the cake?
It's a pure First
Is
Amendment
it just
thing.
about the cake, though?
Yeah. Yes. It's just about the creation.
If they owned a hotel room, and if
denial of services based on their sex.
Well,
yes,
but
that would be
can't
that would be protected.
But
You
can't
should be able to get
a
a room,
homophobic guy be allowed to own a cake making business?
Of course you should be allowed to.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so we're here on the anniversary of Stonewall, right? It's
Correct.
actually this week, the Stonewall Pride in New York, 50 years. Do you know who owned all the gay bars in New York City?
Probably a bunch of straight guys, no?
The mafia,
Right,
the Genovese
yeah. Oh, right,
family.
right.
The Genovese family owned it, and they
Was
were
the Curtatone
They
family,
were
wasn't
They were. Is this a deep fake? Are you a real person?
I'm
Am
tell
I
you what,
really
I have to
talking
swing
to you?
around
I won't tell you what. You're on my
Am I
side on
really
that one, right? You're on my side on that one, right?
I've just got.
Whoa. I don't care about cakes anymore, then. Wait a minute. So you're telling me the mayor of Somerville should really be spending his time suing Barstool over? I mean, come on, Sue.
I'm concerned about your future.
Me? You think I'm going to jail?
I'm concerned about how it all came down, the misrepresentation and the law. I'm concerned about this.
In what way?
Because you didn't say who you were.
Sure, I did. I said it was being recorded, which is all we need to do.
But you think in order to have
Okay, if I did that to you,
yeah,
and would you then say I'm going to sue?
Well, it's different. I wouldn't care.
Right? Why would people care? Why would he care?
Because I think that it's
how did it hurt him?
I don't want to speak for him because I didn't. Speak
how did
it
hurt him professionally?
I don't know.
Not at all. Like, you know,
but that's not the level that the issue is.
No, as long as you say it's being recorded, you're fine.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
We will. I'm a little nervous.
I'll come visit you.
I'll be nice. Thank you. Go ahead, Steve. What are you saying?
I was just going to have one last question.
I don't care.
Sue.
No, I don't care. Not about the cake. I want to talk about the cake. We're done with the cake. We're done. We're done.
I'll serve you cake.
We're not talking about the cake. So, all right. So,
he's going to send me a text message now about the cake. I can.
You going to come back again soon?
Of course.
Good. You got time on your hands or no?
I may have a lot of time on my hands.
You're welcome here.
Happy to
welcome
come
here
every
anytime.
day.
The chemistry between you and Blind Mike is sort of incredible.
Electric.
It's sort of amazing.
I'm rethinking everything,
Did you see Blind Mike's?
Did
you see Blind Mike's artistic rendition of me? Have you seen that yet on Twitter?
No.
Follow Kirk Min Show on Twitter.
He was the court artist because we're getting ready for the court trial, so he's going to be the artist. So we did the drawing of me. I thought
some beautiful work. I could draw you if you'd like.
I look forward to it.
What do you need from me? What do you
Simply Safe.
We haven't done this yet, so walk me through this.
So you got to read the first part of the
No,
copy.
I'm saying tell me about the product, you idiot. This is supposed to be conversation.
This is magic.
Simply Safe.
This is the number one.
This is called an ad read.
By the way, this was the number one podcast in America last week. This is what you're listening to, by the way.
Simply Safe is a fantastic security product. You know, if
I'm
you want
aware. You were supposed to be talking about it. I don't want to forget it.
Conversationally.
What do you want me to do? To walk you through an ad read?
No, I'm saying we're talking.
Gee, I had some concerns about my
Has
home recently.
anybody ever broken into your home before?
Yes.
Thank you. It's all I need to hear. What did you do to take care of it?
I put the.
You went to
I made
Simply
sure the
Safe
door
is
was
what you
locked.
did.
Oh,
What you
no.
should have done was go to Simply Safe. A recent Gallup survey shows Americans worry more about burglary than almost any other crime. I actually believe that. More than mugging, more than terrorism. Well, yeah, I mean, I would imagine terrorism is not going to happen. More than car theft and murder. According to studies, just over 10% of break-ins are planned beforehand. The rest are spur of the moment, so there you go. They happen during the day. The average loss of burglary is over $2,000. So here you go. Save a little bit of money. Be smart. Simply Safe is the top choice. They protect your whole home, every window, room, and door, 24/7 monitoring for just a fraction of the cost. Police is up to 3.0 times. Dispatch up to 3.0 times faster because they use video verification. No hidden fees, no fine print. Simply Safe has won 1 million awards from CNET to the New York Times, by the way. Prices are always fair and honest. Around-the-clock monitoring is just $15 a month. Think about that, $15 a month for peace of mind. No-brainer. All right, dummies, do it. Visit simplysafe.com/Kirk. Simplysafe.com/Kirk. What we should do is when Mike's here for us doing the show one day, we should break into his apartment and steal all his shit. And then you'll get Simply Safe, right? Is that you okay with that?
Yeah, of
okay,
course,
fine.
yeah.
I was thinking we could put a Simply Safe up here at the studio and see if Mike can get past it.
Maybe we'll hire Moroso.
That's interesting.
We'll hire Moroso to be a burglar, and he'll be willing to do that. Go to
Wear
jail
the,
for it, right?
leotard.
Yes. And you'll get free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial. You've got nothing to lose. Go now. Be sure to go simplysafe.com/Kirk so they know how. Make sure the show sent you. Let's just do that right now, okay? Simplysafe.com/Kirk. Get it done right now.
And we can talk about Red 13 Studios. Sue, what do you think about these fantastic studios that we have here?
This is
natural.
Real pro, Steve.
Well, if I'm considering, future career options, and podcasting, is certainly one of them.
You'd be great at it. You'd be a natural. You can come over here.
This is a great setup. I love the repurposing of the mill. I love it was a little like visiting Disney when I was looking for parking because you had an old guy on a ladder painting with a dog.
It happened to me this morning. Honestly, the guy did the same thing to me. Red 13, we know they've worked with Tom Brady, Under Armour, Godsmack, MTV, Universal Records. It's the largest gaming convention on the planet, by the way, E3. They've worked with them as well. We love this place here. We're moving back there a couple of doors away, I think in a few weeks when you're back, Steve. And you want to come in here, whether Sue or anybody else wants to do a new podcast, do your music, do all that stuff. This is the place to go. What's the websites for? What we got? Red 13?
Red13creative.com.
Red13creative.com. Go ahead, Steve.
They can also help you with production if you have any content needs as a business. Red13creative.com can help you with whether it's a movie, any kind of online video, any of that.
All right. Are we done? We're wrapping up. What else do we have? What do we have for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we can wrap up. I mean, you're going to go interview a new all-star, somebody I'm sure Sue would get along with really well at noon. And
Who's
we'll
that?
have that as part of tomorro's podcast.
What are we doing?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens tomorrow at noon.
Oh,
Well, I want everyone to be heard from, right? I mean, this is the platform where everyone gets... Everyone?
You're such a democracy here.
I try to be. Blind Mike, can you come back tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
All week, I hear.
Anything else you'd like to add? Or, I mean, you've been... the first hour you were great. The second hour, you could have just left. I don't know what you're...
Sue got me a little hot and bothered.
I mean, a little bit of ableism, a little bit of jokes about you being blind.
That's true. Yeah, Sue was heckling me. I didn't care for that. I figured this nice
You do,
liberalism.
you do realize Sue's still here, right?
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
Not
left?
only am I a racist, I'm an ableist.
Yes.
So there you go.
Unbelievable.
She's been flipping him off the entire show.
Jeez. So it's on Neck In at what, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Okay, Sue, thanks so much. Mike, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure. What did we miss today? By the way, this is going to be a rough day for Jerry Callahan today. He's not going to be.
You want me to go back and clean that up a little? And
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
Do you think Mike or no?
No, I think
Sue wasn't here.
Your comments about Dale Arnold will be the most interesting to see.
Yeah. Should we leave those or no? It's your call,
Kirk
Steve.
said some really awful things about his former coworkers. I'm gonna defer to Blind Mike on this one.
I would say leave it, but we know I'm very
pretty harsh.
I don't give a fuck about anything.
That's a good point. All right, we're back tomorrow. Mike will be here. We'll play the Candace Owens stuff. I'm sure we'll have a shitload of other stuff. I can't. We didn't. Do we do enough on Kurt Atone today or no? We did, right? We got
Yeah, no, we
everything?
played the whole Moroso interview.
Yeah, Moroso was the real star.
Yeah, he really was. I'm sure we'll hear from him, these other lunatics. All right, download, subscribe at Kirk Min Show, Twitter. I don't care about my account. So you go to iTunes, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, all that shit.
Yeah, if you just search for The Kirk Minihane Show, it comes right up.
Right,
well,
at this point, if
Google.
you don't know how to find a podcast, they shouldn't be listening.
Well,
That's
also,
true.
you're listening to the podcast already.
This is true.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that doesn't mean you're not subscribing, though. I mean,
That's true.
we
That's
get these
true.
Yes, you need to subscribe,
Evidently, this
rate,
matters.
review.
I don't understand. We getting a lot of reviews or no?
Yes, you have
Yeah,
over
you already have
1,000 reviews.
over 2,000.
2,000 reviews.
Is that
yes.
a lot? I don't even know.
Yes.
Okay.
Call Her Daddy has like 60,000.
Well, that's different. That's a bunch
They've
of guys.
been on for a while,
Have you listened to the Call Her Daddy podcast yet or no?
No.
I think you might like it. Do you want to play?
So let's get into it. Squirting.
That's the kind of topic
Sue was
that
doing
they,
this
It's
off
like the
air.
80s.
That's
This might be the 80s.
You should go on there with them.
That's
It's
the
another
80s.
Barstool podcast. All right, Sue. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, back tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.